too long since I've been doing this.
Unmute everybody, and then we're live.
Oh God.
Crap. I'm out of practice.
So, everybody panicked because we had a slightly delayed start there because I forgot to change the stream title in Twitch and then Twitch wouldn't load for me, so sorry about the stream going up and down again. It should now be the correct title.
Perfect.
Ghost of Lakebot has been force updated, so it knows that we're playing the right game.
Start as we mean to go on.
That's pretty much how all of my streams start, so woohoo.
But yeah, Keith, you might want to scroll down a bit on your in-game chat. I just glanced out the corner of my eye and saw something that I shouldn't have seen.
Yeah, the secret stuff chat's still up there.
Yeah.
There's not too much in there, so that's fine.
I wasn't aware that that was secret stuff, but I didn't read anything, so that's.
It's just
good.
there's only two names, so it's fine.
Yes, you
Yeah,
guys
only
should have
seeing-
already known them.
I was gonna say I saw the two names. I'm like, I know who those people are.
Santa and Seth? Oh yeah, I know
I
those.
know those two.
One of them is Red's love interest.
Yes.
Wow. Well, love interest is selling it a bit much.
Okay.
It's like it's
Red's
a
been pumping her for
Fine.
information.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
no.
Would you leave?
Okay, that's
I
fine. I'm taking
apologize.
over the work from now on.
Right. So hopefully this stream isn't having too many issues and buffering and stuff. My Tuesday stream had some issues because OBS updated along with a Windows update and screwed all the settings. So do let me know in chat if there are any stream issues. There's not too much movement on this. We have increased the number of people with webcams with our new player Laura.
I'm not the only player anymore with a camera. Finally.
So,
We are now half the people with webcams.
Yeah.
I'm on half term. I refuse to shave.
So do I. Yeah. Yeah. So it's been 3 weeks since our last one. I have checked to make sure I'm not muted because that happened with Life Etc. and that was entertaining.
Oh, dear.
That was great.
So what happened? You guys took on a mission, somewhat begrudgingly, from Badger to transport Liliana Fairchild to her wedding on board the luxury cruise liner Rim's Dream. She's kind of a famous celebrity socialite in all the gossip magazines.
Yeah.
And her wedding's being hyped as the wedding of the century because she's marrying Templeton Colt Steele. Unfortunately, it turns out
I
that
forgot about that name.
yeah, her father is marrying her off to get mineral rights to Templeton's land, and is holding her actual lover, a ranch hand and riding tutor named Daniel Blake, hostage until she marries Templeton. She slipped Eliza a note explaining that, well, saying help me, and then explained that later.
Help me, I'm desperate. Which led me down an entirely different path.
And so you guys are in a bit of a quandary as to whether to actually help her or just turf her out on Rim's Dream, get your money and leave.
Get this straight.
Quandary.
Yeah,
God damn it for reminding me about that.
I need to actually sit down and code my stab man thrust generator. It just
Anyway.
picks random names like that. 3
Oh,
parts,
nice.
So Chunk Rockman or something.
You're never going to beat Stab.
Yeah.
No.
Nope. But we'll see. However, so you have Liliana on board, along with her bodyguard Seth Liang and her wedding planner Asante Okoro, who, as we mentioned before, is sleeping with Red, with Zaps.
Saps.
And so,
Oh, God.
what happened? Oh God!
This is all getting away from us, rather.
Hats, please.
Okay, I think you can beat Statman.
I stand corrected.
And yeah, so you suspect suspected there might be something wrong with Asante, as there's not a lot of history about her on the Cortex. Late at night, after one of their trysts, Zaps went to the cockpit and stumbled upon a tracking device that you've determined belonged to the Blue Sun Corporation. You guys were investigating this, standing around when we last met, having talked about this, and were then about to decide what you were going to do about Liliana. Before we can pick up and continue your conversation, though, you hear a warning klaxon from the cockpit, or bridge, whichever you want to call it. It's the proximity alarm. Collision alert.
What?
I run to the cockpit.
Zaps, move now. Let's go.
I run to my quarters to get my weapons.
Okay. So you get to the bridge and check the proximity alarm.
Mm-hmm.
And
Shut up.
oh, good. Encoding overloaded, is it? Awesome. Well done, computer.
Sir, are you absolutely sure you want to go to red alert? It does mean changing the bulb.
Yes.
Boys from the dwarf.
Yep.
What's our just out of interest, did any of us see what our passengers are doing? I'm quite interested in keeping.
I'm not keeping an eye on them.
I forgot his
well,
name.
You,
Crap.
as
Well, where are
you're
they
running
going
to the
to go,
bridge,
the
you
black?
notice Seth heading for Liliana's quarters.
Seth, right? Yeah, that makes sense.
Asante
I think we-
is still asleep in Red's quarters, as far as anybody knows.
I think we nicknamed Seth Samurai or something like that.
Yeah,
Last
Yeah,
pretty
samurai.
much.
last samurai. Yeah.
Seth's basically in his pants with his sword, because he was sleeping.
Because in a world where everybody else uses guns, he thinks it's better to carry a sword. But I quite like him. So does Isaac, if you know what I mean.
Oh right, yeah.
And so,
Makes sense. Yes, that's where I would expect Wu to be.
yep.
Drunk in the crew quarters.
Let me just get a response to that question, Laura. Sorry, I need
Just-
to
Okay.
check that.
Just make sure. Just make sure that. Just make sure Wu stays away from the airlock, okay? She has a tendency of opening that door. Actually,
Yeah.
No, that's the cargo bay doors. The airlock's different. I opened the airlock.
right, true. Yeah, actually, I finally have in my head mostly what the Daedalus looks like, but I still need to draw it out.
Daedalus, isn't it Icarus this time?
It's
Yeah.
the dragonfly right now.
Oh yeah, Dragonfly. It's Dragonfly right now.
But officially, it's the Daedalus.
Okay. And so you get to the bridge, and there is a ship on direct intercept course with you guys. It's moving very fast.
Okay. I increase
Evade.
engine speed, try to
Evade.
outrun them, probably failing.
Evade,
Because
evade. Oh god!
Yeah.
this boat is a piece.
you can tell by the speed that they're closing at that they are faster than you.
Okay.
You won't be
Play
able to
chicken with them. Come on, Captain.
No.
Challenge their meebonks.
Somebody's be listening.
Wrong universe.
No, I'll go over the intercom and say, Isaac, Eliza, cannons. Don't reveal them yet.
Yeah, roger that, boss. I'll be on the way.
And I'm also on my way.
Notice that I'm not trusted with anything.
Can you?
I
can
wonder
you-
why.
Can you fire a gun?
I
No.
can fire it, just maybe not at anything.
Yeah,
might
I'm-
hit
I'm
the
go-
ship
I'm going to
with the
assume
gun.
that for those of you who aren't necessarily gunslingers, you still at least are able to point and shoot. I mean, even Simon managed just about.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. Still, if it comes down to shooting those things. I prefer somebody who knows how to aim.
I never shot someone before. I saw you shooting, kid. I'd say it's fair that you ain't shot anyone yet.
Yeah.
So, the ship approaching you looks like a bit of a junk heap. It's a Firefly class.
Ugh.
But it is absolutely
Horrible thing.
bristling with guns.
Excuse me.
They've basically mounted guns to every possible surface they could find on the damn
Okay,
thing.
what's my quick count? Like rough estimate.
Rough estimate would be there's at least 6 main cannons and a missile launcher that you can see.
Okay.
Cap, I don't think we can take these guys.
Yeah, no, no.
Yeah, it's kind of painted up and it's a bit patched up, but it looks a heck of a lot like a pirate ship. Well, the pirate spaceships that you're used to dealing with.
Shit. No, Zaps wouldn't believe this. Oh, crap.
Isaac
Okay, out
is
of
gonna do his thing.
yeah. Is there anything else weird about this ship? Anything that might show up on a casual scan? Nothing specifically looking for this detail, but is there any exposed reactor core in there?
Unfortunately not.
Okay.
No, it's not previous.
What do you
Isaac
mean,
goes and
unfortunately?
finds our guests. Like, I go and find all of our guests, I sling them together, and I put them all in one room, and I tell, crap, what's his name? Liang?
Seth.
Seth.
Yeah. I tell Seth to look after them, because we might be
Okay.
in
We might
trouble.
get boarded.
So as you head down to the crew quarters, Seth is obviously in Liliana's. Asante is not in her quarters or in Zap's.
What? Where is she?
Zaps, would you like to notice the click sound from behind your head?
Oh, shit.
I prefer not, but I think I don't have a choice.
Yeah, Asante is stood behind Zaps, pointing a pistol at him. She orders you to stop the ship.
Do I already have this distinction? I don't think I
You
do.
do have
Damn
that
it!
distinction.
Damn it! I don't.
You don't have it unlocked
I
yet.
still don't have the trigger for you.
Oh, you don't have the
You are
trigger.
boss. Damn it! Okay, I'm still like. Hi, Asante. I guess we're off for tonight.
Yeah, it's been fun, Zaps, but time to get down to business, I'm afraid.
Yeah. I turn off the engines.
The pirate ship comes to a halt a short distance away from you. A shuttle detaches and heads over to one of your docking bays. Asante orders you to allow it to dock and open the airlock.
The ship's standing still, I guess. Okay, fine. I gently reach for the intercom. I'm assuming she's gonna stop me.
Let's have a look. Turn notice.
Like,
It's not that high. Let me set the stakes, and then you
Okay.
can roll a either a physical and move or physical and sneak, depending on what you want to try.
I'll
nervous around guns distinction.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
D6, D4, D4 on this one. Yeah, no, let's just do this. Because the only thing I want to do is see if she'd actually mind me doing this. Yeah, you set the stakes because you're the.
That worked out quite well in Asante's favour there.
There is one way I can beat this. There's a single way I can beat this, and it's not going to happen. Oh, right.
Slash R.
Slash. Sorry. There we go. Nope. Didn't think so.
Ooh,
I rolled a
and
7
jinx.
and a jinx.
Ooh.
I get at least 1 plot point for using my a little nervous around guns.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna make that from your. Oh, that also works.
there we go.
I just plan on nicking it. We should make a communal stack, or we can just grab those things from.
Yeah, I've just been
Really
copy pasting because
Yeah.
that's my plot point bank up there, which I can spend to take advantage of your jinxes and stuff like that.
Okay.
In this instance, though, I'm not going to
Okay.
because I can't really think of a good jinx or complication here other than the Desanti just smacks you, and I don't
Ow.
quite think she'd do that. She'd see you and just don't and just click the.
I just
Safety
wanted to
off.
make. I just wanted to make sure my guys don't shoot your guys. But okay.
Okay, so Eliza and Isaac, you feel the ship throttle down.
Stop.
You hear the engine sort of switch to idle, and then you hear the clunk of a ship docking. You
Isaac
know that the
swears
shuttle airlock leads directly into the cargo bay.
loudly and heads for the cargo bay.
I try to. I basically make myself scarce, so that they don't know where I am, and I
Okay.
will try to keep. I'll go into Overwatch, is what I'll do.
You played too much XCOM.
I presume at this point Wu is awake.
Yeah, I've
Who's
noticed.
drunk in the crew quarters?
Well, I've noticed the ship
She was
coming,
always awake.
coming to a halt. So you know the motion of it kind of jerks me
Running.
awake.
I'm running down like past crew courses, like, whoa, we're gonna have company!
It was like company. Excellent.
Party hard.
I'm sprinting down the thing towards the cargo bay.
Yeah, I kind of follow Isaac. 'Cause-
I actually do comm zaps. I'm like, Zaps, what's going on? There's someone docked with us.
Asanti gestures that you can now use the intercom to contact.
We're getting visitors. Try to be nice.
Okay. Hang on. Hang on. Visitors like the last time when Eliza arranged the guest list?
Do I even get to respond to that?
Yeah.
I'm being clever about this.
Yes, you are.
You mean you're trying to make up by the fact that you allowed a home beacon on board?
I think
yeah,
that's a callback.
I actually, I
boy.
just figured it out. I respond, yeah, just like those nice people she let in. She invited last time.
I can take 2 out.
Copy that.
And can I take out 4?
So
Possibly.
as soon as the airlock opens,
Okay, yeah.
we have coming through the door, armed to the teeth, guns pointing outwards. They come through 2 at a time, taking up positions. They're clearly a well-armed team. You see 4 very large, burly pirates backed up by Nia Tang.
Okay.
It looks like they're in charge.
I'm assuming I'm still in the cockpit.
Yeah. So this is what Isaac's seeing, and I presume Eliza, from wherever she's hiding near the cargo bay, can see this as well.
Yeah. Hang on. I think I have a thing for this.
Isaac steps out. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. What can I do for you today?
I'm going to let you take charge of this squad, Nia. So
Okay. So, I think you know what we're here for. Are you going to hand her over or not?
Actually, I don't know who you're here for. Who are you talking about?
Really?
I straight up don't. There could be either of them.
You don't know you have Liliana Fairchild on board.
Oh, that's who you mean. I mean, good luck.
So you're not going to hand her over?
No, I mean, literally good luck. She's impossible to keep track of, take care of. I don't even know where she is.
At this point, I think this is where I attempt to stun 2 of the pirates in front of me as I am at the back, and they are unprepared.
yep.
Alright, you're going to help me on the rolls.
Yep. So this goes to combat. This will
Okay.
determine the action order, because we're not quite in combat yet. So you will be rolling, I presume, physical and fight for this, as you're not a pistol user.
Yeah, and I don't know if my throw's high enough to do poison darts.
Yep.
Okay, so physical and fight.
And I need to roll first to set the stakes, so you need to know what you're going to beat. I'm just checking their stats now. Yeah, they are going to be a D8 and a D4.
Okay.
Double jinx! Wow.
Wow.
That's basically an epic fail. Basically,
Oh, right!
you don't even need to roll this. I've basically just rolled a 0. So you basically get to stun these guys for free.
2 down.
No, she actually gets to describe what happens. Make it fancy.
I take a quick elbow to one, send him down, do a nice little pinch on the neck, kind of leaves him a little unconscious. The other one I trip, and then bash in the head with the butt of my gun. So you've got 2 left in front.
Yep.
I'm talking to you guys on the ship. Show me what you can do.
Does that mean you're throwing the turn to me?
Yes.
Yeah.
You now get to pick the
Eliza,
action
or
order
who?
for the
Who
fight.
goes
so
next?
You get to pick who goes next.
Wait, sorry,
I
how-
can see
how-
Isaac, so
how
I'm
then?
like, go.
Sorry, what's that, Velk?
Sorry, how many pirates were there?
2 left.
4 total.
Full total.
Okay.
So
Also, this is like an out-of-game thing, so you can pick Jack knowing he's up there, or me knowing that I'm in there with you.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
picking you. I'm picking Isaac
Cool.
because I can see you.
I'm by Isaac, by the way, but you probably don't want to pick me to fight.
I look at the gun crush and I'm like, fuck no.
I
So
look.
sorry, forgot we're on air.
Yeah, I
That's
look.
fine.
I look confused. I'm like,
It's an adult stream.
I swear all the time.
whose side is she on? I'm just really confused by the
I
fact
don't
that.
care whose side she's on. She's taken out 2 possible threats. I'm going to pull my pistol and shoot at the other 2.
Okay. So I need
right.
to set the stakes again.
So I'm going to take my D10. Oh god, how do we do this? It's funny square brackets
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can
that
see
also
from
works.
mine, I've got the curly brackets there.
plus the right. That'll be D12 plus a D6 for pistols plus my D8 for scrapper. I think I'm gonna take scrapper. because
I
it's
never do. I never do the curly brackets. I'm always like, I'll figure it out. I can do math.
Maths. Is it space Kate? No.
Technically, it's not math.
Yeah. Yeah, we're using the KH2 because that tells it to keep the 2 highest.
I thought it was just K2.
K2 also works.
Oh,
I
okay.
think. I know
It
that
does.
KH is keep highest too, so.
Yeah, and assuming if you say keep to it, auto defaults to the 2 highest.
That should be me. Yep.
Yep.
12.
Okay,
Oh, that's
so
you get a
so a
D8.
D8 big damn hero die.
Yeah.
That's 4.
So
you
Isaac
copy
pulls
that.
his pistol and fires, and then you can tell me what happens.
Yeah, so because
Or
that
I
is
If I take out both.
that's an epic. What's the exact word they use to describe this? Extraordinary success.
Extraordinary.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically you just take out both 2 rapid shots straight to the head. Turns out they weren't wearing helmets.
Idiots.
Slam.
And you
Always
just
wear
nail
your
those 2
helmets.
shots.
Wear a helmet, rookie.
So Isaac does this, and he just sort of stands there for a second and is like, "Huh." Didn't even need to go.
That's gonna be messy to clean up.
Didn't even need to go centre mass. I'll let Wu clean that up. Hi, who are you?
I go out to fetch a mop.
For some very big burly pirates, they went down extraordinarily
Yeah.
easily.
I mean, a D8
I didn't even get to shoot.
A D8 and a D4 is not very impressive.
In fact, actually, Eliza, I'm going to yell up. I'll leave you here to greet our new guest. I need to get to a cockpit and see a man about some shooting.
Yeah,
If
Asante's
that's what I
going to have
think's
heard
going on,
that.
I think I need to go with you.
Well, oh, you can follow me if you want. Isaac's just sprinting up towards the cockpit right now.
Yes, Neo would follow because she's
Okay.
here and looking for somebody I'm pretty sure is in that cockpit.
Fair enough.
I follow as well, but I run after Nia and I keep my gun trained on her.
Good
So-
plan.
Voice of
Asante
reason.
hears the shooting, and she gestures to you to use the intercom and says, "Find out what's going on down there."
Hello, crew. This is your captain speaking. What's all the ruckus? Some people are trying to sleep here.
I reply and just go, well, let's just say I have a mop and there's a lot of blood on the floor.
Damn it! Did they shoot Isaac? That's just.
Asante assumes that means things have gone bad.
Oh, damn it.
Asante, are you in the cockpit?
Who are you talking? Oh, shh.
Yeah, over the intercom. She's like, she's mid gesturing to try and get Zaps out of the cockpit, and she leans over and hits the intercom button and goes, "Nia, what's going on?
I'm coming that way.
Is
Have I hit
everybody
the cockpit
okay?"
yet?
So we're still running towards the cockpit, I assume, after we finish with the little intercom.
Okay, Isaac, upon reaching the door, is it open or closed?
Open.
Okay, he barrels through the door, and who wants to guess what happens?
I know exactly what happens.
Who wants to guess what happens?
Okay, chat. What happens? Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
I'm sorry, Laura, I don't know if you've ever played the game Mr. President. On this ship, we like to play the game Get Down, Mr. President, whenever there's guns around Zaps, and I have to look after him, so I have to get him out of the line of fire. So I jump on him, and that's pretty much how that goes down.
And then I reach over your head.
Asante completely by surprise. She steps back, wheeling round slightly to the door.
Yeah, I pretty much barrel through her and like slam right against the nearest wall.
I go right over your head with a big ass elbow to Asante's face.
Okay. Asante needs to roll. Ooh, crikey. Right.
Just why are you Australian?
What?
He said crikey.
Oh,
Yeah, he did.
crikey, mate.
I've just seen what her dice pool is.
Oh crap! Am I not going to be able to beat this?
I think
You might
I think
be
his
able
friend
to.
saw me. Can I add?
Oh, can I include my move in this as well?
Yes.
Can I add a skill to hers to help?
Yeah.
If I add my
Well,
combat
Asante rolls
maneuvers?
a jinx, which we're going to say is knocked off balance by.
Hey, whoa. Aren't we supposed to spend
you
the plot point
get
for
to.
that?
You get to spend a plot point to jinx her if you wish.
Yeah. I don't think I want to spend any plot points on my end.
Yeah.
I just got enough to spend those big damn hero dice, finally.
Yeah.
I just ran out.
But yeah, so Laura, you need to beat a 13.
Can I lend her my D12 in move
Yes.
to assist? Cool. So you have a D12
Okay.
now.
So I have a D12 for move now.
No.
And-
You get that in
You have a
addition to
D12
your
extra.
in addition to everything else that you have.
Cool. All right, so I've got my move, just making sure my physical and my fight, plus the D12.
Move and physical, move and fight are both skills, right?
Yeah, sorry, yes, you can only use one.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you can add his move on top of that.
Yeah. Okay,
Still.
so, all right, so rolling coming up. Keep 2.
14.
Hey, nice.
Wow.
You do get a jinx in there, but no, you're still roll enough to knock Asante out.
Okay.
I'm not going to take advantage of the jinx there, I don't think.
So Isaac, like, upon having like slammed Zaps out of the way, wheels round to like assess the threat and be like, oh, you dealt with that already.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
So, as I enter the cockpit, I holster my gun and say, "Hey, Captain, I think we found the next hire. This one's good."
What are you talking about? Let me see.
Oh, sorry, Zap. Somebody just get off. There you go.
Oh,
Maybe we should take out the trash and then have a little discussion.
please warn me about that next time.
If I warn you about it, then I'm also
It's not as effective.
about to kill you. That's not how that works.
Yeah. God.
Keeb, can I be cheeky and ask for a plot point?
Absolutely.
Because I did what was best for my chat.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much every time you do that, you get a plot point just for sheer awesomeness.
I love how "Get Down, Mr. President" actually earns you plot points.
Yeah, one of the reasons I took this character is because I find that so entertaining.
Ah.
Right, I mean,
I'm also giving
I'm very
Mia a
grateful.
plot point for her badass entrance, really.
yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do I get a plot point for well-mocked balls?
Yes, but they'll have to inspect them first. So yeah, you've got 2 dead and 3 unconscious pirates on board now. Well,
Because right now I'm pretty much grabbing Asante while she's out and start dragging her back towards the cargo hold, towards the shuttle. Because
Whoa! What are we doing?
we're
Yeah,
taking
who
out the
are you?
trash.
What are we doing? Who are you? Who are they? And why does my face hurt?
I mean, thanks, but I can answer that question.
The last bit is because Isaac sat on you.
Okay, fine.
I
Other
am
question.
I am Nealon Tang. I'm trying to get out of this mercenary gig with the Blue Sun Corporation.
Wait, whoa. Roll back, Blue Suns.
Isaac is actually pointing his pistol at you now.
And I can probably can I see the tracking device?
I know they smashed that.
Oh. I was like, there should have
second
been
question.
a tracking device. You needed the Blue Sun logo on the side?
Okay, actually,
Yeah, we found it.
Isaac's not the only one pointing a gun at you. Zaps is as well.
Okay.
Is this the first time anybody sees?
Fingers just shaking. He's trying to keep his hands straight.
Zaps actually has a 3-shot revolver stuffed in his somewhere in his
Isaac
in
looks
his
over
clothes.
and
It's
he's
like,
Zaps, you got the safety on.
Is this
Boss,
where you
put that
always
thing away
need help?
before you hurt yourself.
You know what? Leave it. It's fine. It's fine. It's better with the safety on. All right. Let's
I'm gonna
let's
agree
talk
with
about
him.
this.
Yeah, so is this how you always greet help?
Well, we appreciate the help, but Blue Suns tend to make us uneasy.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to get away from them too, so let's get the Blue Sun trash off the ship,
Okay, right. Oh,
and then we can talk.
right. I knew there was some reason she wasn't on the Cortex anywhere.
like
All right, I agree. Let's go.
Okay, so I
Stand
resume
there
Eye
for
on
like-
her.
Zaps stands there for
dragging,
like 2
dragging
seconds
people
longer,
off.
and then just lowers his gun and puts it away again.
Didn't know you
Probably
had a
by the
gun.
time we get back to the cargo bay, the other two may be groggily getting up, and I'm going to order them to take this, take the shuttle, go.
Yeah.
And they're, hopefully, do you want me to roll on influence?
I
I
will.
mean,
I will hurl them onto the ship.
I assume you're flanked by some other people with guns, and they basically once 2 of them are dead, they are meant to retreat anyway. So that's enough to you've kind of broken their resolve a bit.
Wait, are there still people on board that ship?
No, that was all of us.
Okay, so we stuff them back in their ship.
And blow it up.
Thank you. That.
Either way,
Make it look like we actually won that one.
That would be a first, Captain.
We did win, did we not?
Technically, yes.
Thanks to our new guest.
Fair.
okay, so have we blown up the shuttle now?
So you've got their ship and their shuttle. So
Yeah. Actually,
you're going
whoa,
to stuff them on
whoa.
their shuttle.
Stuff them on the shuttle, scarper that.
Whoa,
Get
whoa,
their
whoa,
ship,
whoa,
sell
whoa,
it.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait, you said these were the only people on board?
Keep. Oh yeah,
What
how
were we
many?
saying?
I didn't.
One pilot left on board the Heartburn.
Wait, there's only one person left on their ship.
I'll take that. Like, we...
We're not paid enough to really go through with this, you know.
I suggest a raiding party if there's only one person there.
Yeah. I'm like, let's take that ship, scrap it for everything we can get in the next hour, and then just blow it up.
Sounds fair. Let's go.
Kind of unbundle it, but all right.
You need me? You need me in change just for the illusion?
I don't think so at this point.
Okay.
So this is where I guess I will stab or shoot one of the other pirates, take them out. If we're gonna go for killing everybody, let's be clean about it.
Yeah.
Probably go for shoot.
Oh, come on the deck. All over the floor.
No, in the shuttle.
Them.
In the shuttle, yes,
shuttle.
because otherwise
okay.
Wu would probably get angry at
Yes, in
us.
the shuttle, because yes, no.
We pass Wu, who's still mopping up the floor. He's like,
Good job, by the way.
No, sorry. I shot those two in the head. Who's mopping the walls?
Yeah, I'm just wondering where you're going.
And the floor. And the ceiling.
So,
I'm just seeing Wu mopping around the corpses. Like, she didn't move the corpses. She just mop against the head.
We're gonna grab them as we go. We got to get rid of them.
so you're just gonna take them out while they're sort of groggily getting up, trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to roll for that. Just they're
Oh, yeah, a
taken.
couple of bloodstains go on the floor, and I'm like, I've just mopped that. I have just mopped that.
I was aiming for the ramp into the shuttle, so now we can just drag them in there. And if we want to take a landing party back to the Heartburn, we can do that.
I love how we're actually positioning these guys in the shuttle just because we want to keep the floor clean.
What? Bodies stink.
That's true.
Right, okay. Let's do this. Strip the ship for whatever we can. I'll go and tell our passengers that everything's fine.
Yeah.
Well, nearly everything.
Okay, so we encounter any resistance on the other end of the ship? Do we want to roll for that? Because it could be interesting.
With the shuttle coming back, I presume Nia is going to pilot the shuttle.
Yes.
So I presume you're going to handle comms from your pilot. And
Yeah, I'm just going to tell him that the mission did not go as planned. We're returning. Nothing to worry about. Just let it go. This wasn't going to be worth the time and money.
Okay, so you dock. That guy's obviously just up in the cockpit, keeping tabs on things, waiting for some orders from Asante, who I presume he's assuming is coming back on board. So what do you guys want to do? I suppose who actually is who went over on the raiding party?
I am.
Is
Wait,
Wu
what?
still mopping?
I prefer to keep the ratio of person we don't know and trust yet, and person we do know and trust high.
But if you're on our ship, I could have Isaac.
I stayed back to look after our ship in case they decide that they want to take our ship and try and rescue
Wait,
us.
so where is Isaac?
Daniel Boone or Blake.
Isaac is with me.
No, I'm on
So
our
he's
ship.
on the raiding party.
I'm not on the raiding party, I'm on our ship.
I'm on
yeah.
the raiding party.
Also, what did you guys do with Asante? Obviously, you shot the two goons.
I'm assuming she's still knocked out, but if, we can
I say
do
we
it
tie
with
her up.
too.
I say we tie her up for now.
Keep that
This
in
is
your
not
own
the
bedroom.
time, Zach.
I want to get more information out of her.
But also,
Oh,
is
you
Nav
better
still
tie her
there?
good then.
Is Nav still there?
What? Can you not hear me? I'm here. Hello?
I can hear. You
I can
fine
hear
now.
you.
I can hear him. Fel, can you still hear Nav?
No.
Nav is
Nav.
talking his ass off.
Yeah.
Okay, he's disappeared now for a second.
Yeah, I think he's gonna try and reconnect, see if that fixes it.
Oh,
Okay.
Yes? No? Maybe? Hello?
I can hear you.
Oh yeah, I can hear now. Yeah.
okay, good.
There we go.
Okay, so the raiding party is Eliza, Zaps, and Nia.
Yes.
Wu, did you join the raiding party, or are you staying behind to mop?
I'm staying in my mob. I don't want to get in any range of possible death.
It's a pilot. What's
So-
the worst that could happen?
So
You should
I
close
presume,
up.
Isaac, that you'll be tying up Asante and informing Seth of what's going on.
Yes, so are we keeping Asante on our ship?
Yes.
Then that's what I'll be doing, yeah. I'll look after our ship and do all that.
Yeah, because you're going to have to convince Seth as to why you've just tied up their wedding planner.
Hmm.
Just point at all the blood.
Okay, so who wants to take a shot at the pilot?
I'd like. I gesture to the ladies. Mind if I have a try at this?
Oh Jesus! I let him go
Yeah,
on
I
his
do.
own,
I
didn't
want to shoot him first. I'm gonna cut in line and shoot at him first.
You've
I
got to
don't
beat an
care.
11, so...
Okay.
Hey.
I try to go to the door, knock on it. You just open it, point your gun in.
So that would be physical shoot, and since I'm using my bolt action rifle, I get my special. I can't even remember what it's called. Specialty thing.
Yeah.
Jake.
And since I'm using Jake, I also get a D8 for that.
And a D8 for Veteran of the Unification Wars, I assume.
So, -R. That would be.
So it's mostly going to be about how big is the stain on the window.
Yeah.
1d12 plus 1, 2. No. 1d8. And 2d6? Isn't it? Oh, it's been so long, so. D6 for the bolt action rifle, 12 for the shoot, 10 for the physical. D8 for Jake, and what was the last one?
Yeah, just don't shoot out the window. Good point.
No idea.
It's like
Oh.
bang. 3 people.
But it's basically one of everything. Let's go. Oh yeah. What?
Let's do this.
Aha.
Wait, what?
There we go.
How?
Oh.
Oh, what?
Oh dear!
Oh no.
Nasty.
So yeah, you take the shot, but at the last second, the door swings slightly and just knocks your aim ever so slightly off. Just bounces off the cockpit into the cockpit glass. Fortunately, that's not enough to break it, but you can see that there's a clear impact. It's been a bit weakened.
GM, might I make a suggestion?
Go
There's a
ahead.
jinx in that pool. Could
That
we
is the
go
now
give it
weakened cockpit glass.
Yes,
I
it can
can
slide
have
into
plot
my
point.
leg.
cracked
Yes.
cockpit glass?
Yes.
That sounds like a
Ooh, I got a
perfect
plot point.
problem for this scenario.
So yeah, you missed the goon, but yeah, that is a little crack in the cockpit glass there.
At this point,
Oh,
I think
shit.
this is where I would be either grab Zaps or Eliza, pull them back into the corridor, and hopefully someone is going to take care of that cracked glass while I shut the door and get behind an airlock.
Don't look at me. I have no idea what's going on over there.
How are we going to do this?
Closer. Closer. So that's why that slogan works worse in Dutch. It's actually better in your language. Huh.
What's it in Dutch?
It's also called car glass, but
Yeah, in Danish it's just car glass.
yeah, we have that too.
Car glass repair, car glass replace.
We have car glass. I don't even know. Huh. I forgot half of their slogan. Well, that's a thing. Anyway,
Not
how did
recording
I
right
roll it?
now?
How did I roll a 1 on a d12?
Yeah.
ooh, it's one of the 12 sides of the die.
Yeah. That's really bad luck. So yeah, so I presume, are you guys just going to slam the cockpit door shut and leave that guy in there?
Pretty much. And hopefully, I was hoping somebody would get a
no.
shot off and fully clear the glass, so...
Hang on, I have some questions here. How strong is the door and could it survive a grenade impact?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Isn't one of us next in order, or do you want to give the pilot the order?
Eliza picks who's in order.
Yeah.
So I get to say who's next?
Yes.
But yeah, basically, pretty much every door in the ship is going to be able to be effectively an airtight door. I mean, if you think about particularly the one for Serenity into the cockpit there,
Yeah.
that is clearly an airtight sealable door because they've got glass panels. It needs to be able to be airtight.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. But so I'm gonna give the to Nia, basically, because I don't trust Saps with a gun at all.
What do you mean using a? I wasn't planning on using a gun.
So I'm going to grab Zaps and dragging him back.
Oh,
into
not
the
you
hallway
too!
As I'm going to shut the door, and I'm like, "Come on, get out of there!" Yelling at Eliza. And then I could attempt to do a shot at the glass, or hopefully Eliza can do that.
I mean, I was never in the cockpit.
Okay,
I was
so I'm
standing
grabbing-
down there trying to shoot at him because, again, rifles.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm trying,
really
and then I'm
short
pushing
range
Zaps
weapons.
towards you. I'm slamming the door, and at the same time, I've got my gun, and I'm aiming for that weakened glass, just going to get some sort of shot off. So that's probably
Yeah, that sounds fair.
I'm just rolling the ship's hull score as you're shooting at the ship.
Yes.
Yeah, sounds
gonna
about
say-
right.
all right. What do you want me to roll against you?
It'll be physical and shoot.
Okay, and do I get anything bonus because it's a traditional weapon?
You have specialties, don't you?
Yeah, so you'll get your
I do.
D6 for that because if you're using a revolver or something like that.
Aren't you also a Deadeye?
Yes.
Yes,
Use
I
that.
That as
am.
well.
So what is that? What is the dice for the Deadeye?
You can roll that as a D8, or you can choose to
Okay.
roll it as a D4 and gain a plot point.
I'm gonna
And
roll it
usually it's like if it's in your advantage, you roll it as a D8. If it's to your disadvantage, you roll it as a D4.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna roll it as a D8.
That's why a little nervous around guns. I need to find the first time I ever used that as a D8.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cracks the glass. There's now a pretty strong breeze as the air starts evacuating out.
And then hopefully everybody's in the hall, and we slam the airlock, locking the pilot in.
Yep. His
Now,
day
Ju-
went from bad to worse.
Now let's just hope that
Isaac
glass...
just sees the cockpit glass shatter on the other ship and a body go out and he's like, what the hell are you doing over there?
Don't even worry about it, is what I come back.
Everyone alright?
Yeah, we are now. All right, you guys.
Okay.
Is we able to see this from the cargo bays? The person going out the window.
I presume there's some monitors that Isaac could put the display up onto if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm just mopping, looking. It's like these people.
These are your friends.
Old
Right.
Wool doesn't get into this. Old Wool doesn't
Friends, what?
care. Old
So,
Wool is mopping.
do we have a chat now?
Yeah, let's get back to the. Basically, while we're here, I don't know. I look through everybody's lockers, look for something valuable.
The most valuable stuff is the guns that they were all
Fine.
carrying.
Take it.
Guns,
Body armor.
food, everything. Is there anything that could entertain us? I steal that as well.
There's a nice supply of booze for Wu. Some pretty fine whiskey.
I leave that here
I take a
on
bottle of whiskey.
purpose.
I just grabbed my
There was
bag.
one nice whiskey, right?
It was.
I take that. Just the one nice whiskey.
Yeah, I mean the rest of it's pretty nasty booze, but you know Wu would
That
drink
won't
it
stop
anyway.
Woo.
No.
No, it wouldn't.
Okay, so after that we take the shuttle back. We dock it with the ship.
So
Get
that's
out.
your second free shuttle.
I know. Problem is we don't have a place to put it.
Well, just
Like-
jettison it. It's kind of dirty
That's
now.
kind of
They
what I'm
put it
thinking as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe, I imagine the Daedalus's cargo bay would be big enough in theory, but I don't want to get a blood-stained shuttle that is clearly
Kind of
not.
dented.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're also going to be heading to a very prestigious cruise liner in a
exactly.
day or so.
So no, we just decouple it from the airlock, then take out the guns, and blow both ships to smithereens.
Yep,
Okay.
covered your tracks.
Yes, chat.
No,
The Daedalus
go
has
back,
guns. We hide them, but it has
Yes,
guns.
the Daedalus has the hidden weapons perk.
We
So
could have
Yes.
just left it there. It's not like anyone would have found it. Space is big.
No, true. But now, even if they do find it, it's like, oh, these guys got their asses kicked.
and it was
I'm
clearly
okay
a
with
pirate
that.
ship. So
Yeah. Okay. And at this point, Nia pulls out a small bag of gold and says, "Hi, I need passage."
So as you went to pull out the bag, Isaac's hand went to his holster, and then as he sees it's a bag, he's oh, okay, right, okay,
And
right. No, this is fine.
I'm assuming you make the coins rattle. Zap's like,
You know
let's
when
talk.
you know when you jingle keys in front of a dog.
I imagine Woo's ears perked up at that as well.
It did, yeah, it did.
Oh no, chemistry. It does not have a permit. It definitely
They
does
keep
not have a
losing the
permit.
paperwork.
Oh no, that too. And it also does not have a permit for those guns. Definitely not. There's a reason those things are hidden.
Let's try this again. My name is Nealon Tang, and I need to get away from here. Don't really care where. Just not here. Good enough?
You'll
Or is
fit
that
right
the
in.
bag?
Isaac
Well,
shakes your hand.
We're not staying here, so I guess yes.
Okay.
So I do have some questions, however.
All right.
Yeah.
Fire.
Questions are a thing.
1. Do you plan on sliming me against the bulkhead trying to protect me?
No.
2. Do you plan on leaving the cargo bay door open in a drunken fit?
No.
3. Do you plan on endangering this whole crew by trying to sell us out to the Alliance?
That happened
sure.
one time.
Which would be no in Chinese if you didn't know.
Okay.
Zaps is a bit passive aggressive today, isn't he?
I just go to Zaps and I go, you seem to be pointing out flaws in Elijah and Isaac. I don't think that's very fair.
Well, it's because your flaws are obvious. Oh, inside voice.
I specifically mentioned one of Wu's flaws, but Wu's specifically ignoring that or just not noticing.
Ignoring, I think.
You come to your own conclusions.
Yeah.
All right. So you look like you can handle yourself in a fight, so that's fine. No, we don't need to look after you. I do need to ask about the Blue Suns.
Yeah, that was my next question.
The Blue Sun are useful when you're way far out in the rim and need to get off. And mercenaries, they don't usually ask too many questions when they hire mercenaries. Good enough?
No, they don't. Are they going to come after you?
Well, considering you just blew up any trace that I'm still alive, probably not. And also, the name they had wasn't real anyway.
Okay. I mean, I trust you, but I'm still a bit worried about that.
Yeah, the other part is, why do you want to get away? Like, what compel you to actually join up with the Blue Suns?
Like I said, I was on an outer planet. It was my only way off. The Blue Sun may be evil, but they are everywhere. And their merchant ships often visit remote planets when nothing else does.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think I'm not going to get the answer to my question, am I?
Probably not, no. Not
We'll-
for a while, maybe
We've got
later.
time.
It would require
you
some
could try
alcohol.
an influence roll if you wanted, but
Don't let him do
I'm not going to do that because though Isaac would definitely, Zaps would definitely do that. I don't want to do that for story reasons.
I
There would be
also
no,
say
there would
that
be
I
no
don't
fun in
begrudge.
that.
I don't begrudge Nia to actually want to get away.
Any particular reason that you chose now to get away from them?
This ship is unusual. It
Yeah,
seems a
that's-
good place to hide.
That's
Do
true.
I need a better reason? Obviously, we were planning on boarding you, so of course I know about your ship. Or a little bit.
I mean, we're on our way to the wedding of the century, so I don't know how incognito you want to remain, but yeah.
So I've just told you that I don't like the Blue Sun, yet I managed to work for them with them not knowing who I am. Hiding in plain sight is not that difficult.
Nia, second question. What's the name of this ship?
I don't think there was one officially registered.
What name were they using for the ship?
You can make something up.
I believe it was the Elkhorn.
Good. That's all I need to know.
Right. Okay, well, if everyone's happy, anyone else? Eliza?
Nope.
Blue?
Well, I would be happy if someone had brought back alcohol back, but
Oh wait,
I guess I'm looking at my way.
I have a present for you. I have a bottle of whiskey. The good stuff.
Should we do formal introductions, or we just assume I picked up on your names by now?
So Isaac will introduce himself and shake your hand. And be like, okay, hello to you. This is proper. My name is Isaac Butler. I am bodyguard to Mr. Engelbert here.
I did not sign off for that.
We'll explain later.
I
Or
introduce
not.
myself next.
Well, I'll go around and be like, this is Wu Zhao. She is the ship's entertainment officer.
No. You go. She's the ship's. Wait a minute. What do you do?
I was thinking companion, but I don't know if she quite qualifies.
I'm just
She doesn't.
someone.
She absolutely doesn't.
Look, I blame our government for not creating enough jobs for me to do. That's my contention.
Falk,
Blame
do you
Obama.
even know what
Blame Firefighter Obama.
I was gonna say, Falk, do you even know what a companion is in the Firefly universe?
I don't
Yeah.
think Valk does.
Nope.
I.
You might want to look that one up.
Yeah.
I have one other question actually for you, Miss Tang.
He is
Do
fine.
you have a formal dress?
Not at the moment.
We might need to fix that. We're heading to a wedding.
Okay. It's a cruise ship, right? They have a boutique.
Good point. We'll get that sorted. Anyway, this is Eliza Fisher. She's ship's doctor. And
Pleasure.
that's all I'm going to say.
And who's our fine captain here?
I can introduce myself. I'm Zap Engelbert.
Isaac comically looks around because he can't tell who you're
Fine, Captain. Which one?
Thank you for confirming. I had never known you by reputation, but hadn't.
I have a
Seeing you in
reputation. Zap's is slightly terrifying. I have a
Well?
reputation among the Blue Suns.
Well, among the in the verse, yes.
Oh crap!
So you do this for a living and didn't know you had a reputation?
Well, I was hoping I kept it a bit under the radar, but
But you
oh
have
well.
had a run-in or two with the Alliance, haven't you?
Yeah, okay, fair. And
Ross,
it's
how many enemies did we make on the last job? Of course we have a reputation.
Your ship did get picked to be the secret shuttle for the very famous Liliana Fairchild's wedding of the century.
They probably know my name. They don't know the ship. That's the important bit.
Well, yes, but you know,
Okay.
so
Well,
therefore reputation.
I love this. Like, we're all introducing each other, being like, hello, and like, just behind us, Wu's there, just like...
Just chugging the bottle.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess
Okay.
we. I'll show you to your bunk, and then we can get back on track.
Excellent.
So, a bunk just came. A bunk just came free. So,
A berth just opened up.
yes.
You're in luck. Speaking of which, we should go and have a chat with her.
I agree.
She's not my favorite person.
I walk. I don't know. I'm assuming we're all there, but I walk to Asante's tied up, unconscious body, and I lightly tap her on the face. I'm like, "Honey, time to wake up."
I go find a bucket of water and a towel.
Well, she comes to, and she stares at Nia and spits at her, shouting, "Fendue!"
I'm assuming that's
According
traitor.
to the note I've pulled up on screen, which I'll show to everybody, I probably haven't pronounced that right, but that is pile of dung.
Eh.
And I'm just gonna reply, Jonashia? Is that so? And probably kick her a bit.
Yep.
I don't intervene. I don't really care right now.
Okay. She just looks really sullen now. Does anybody want to ask Asante any questions?
So, what does the Blue Suns want with Liliana?
Asante's kind of... You can see she's torn between whether she wants to just tell you, or if she's actually going to remember her training.
Okay, so
she just sort of sighs and pauses.
Influence check.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
You also get a D6 on this one because she's still eating out of your hand, technically.
Okay. I would have assumed at this point she isn't anymore, but fair.
Well, she genuinely liked you.
She's also tied up. You might have to feed her.
Yeah.
Never sleep
Right. Let
or
me
the
just
client.
check what I need to roll for this.
Or your targets. Don't sleep with people.
Do I get to use Shady Businessman on this one?
Yeah.
Actually, I'll take that as a D4 because I'm trying to earn her trust, and I'm probably not that good at it because she knows my reputation. No, actually, no. I'm probably good at earning someone's trust.
Yep.
Looking back at it. Yeah, I think that's everything I can add to this.
So that's a 10 from Asante.
Oh, and this is my roll. Right, need to add a slash there. Let's add curly brackets. No, that's not curly. God. Frickin' damn it, red. There we go. Huh. Well, guess she's not talking.
No, you equaled, so that's not a fail. That's a success.
What do you mean we equaled? I'm at a 7.
10, sorry. It's a 7, yes, sorry. For some reason I read that as 10. I'm going mad. Yeah. It's a 7. So that is a fail. So she just stays silent and sullen.
Welp.
So at this point, I
Okay.
walk into the room with my bucket and my towel.
No, she's already awake.
Yeah, boss, that's not what this is used for.
You might want to look away. Miss Tang, do you two know each other?
Well, as you can tell, we were working for the same employer, yes. I, however, do not know what the Blue Sun intend to do with Liliana. I just know that we were supposed to procure her.
Do you have any lingering feelings for this lady?
Oh, no. Yeah, go ahead, honey. It's fine.
Right.
Cool.
No, so let me just get this sequence of events straight in my head. She was, I'm presuming this, she was the one that planted the tracker,
Yes.
and then you were then going to find us and abduct Liliana.
Good job. You're good. You're getting there.
Okay, right, I've got that much
And
together.
I'm assuming that was because the Blue Suns want the land that Templeton Cold Steel
I
has.
was just getting
Oh,
there.
I forgot.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is part of the deal. Yeah, that's probably what they wanted her for.
Asante is just like staring. He's like, why are you telling him everything?
We
Oh, so
already
she was
know.
Correct. Thank you.
That's more for Eliza's benefit. Eliza obviously has her notice for body language and things like that.
I just look at Asante and say, I just didn't drink the Kool-Aid.
Zap
Which is blue.
smashes through the wall and goes, "Oh yeah!"
We all get sucked into space.
Worth it.
No, I actually. Anything useful to add to keep us from venting you, Asante?
She just shakes her head. So
Okay.
you know the details.
I don't think there's anything else we need to know from her, is there?
Nope.
Anyone else?
We do not.
Anyone got any other questions?
Were you actually a wedding planner?
She shakes her head. It was all a ruse.
Wait.
Good question.
Whoa. Does that mean that the wedding of the century is going to be a complete bust?
No, the real wedding planner's already on the ship.
Then, what? How long has she been trailing Liliana?
She's
A
just like,
while.
this
Does this mean
this
that-
was a ruse from the start so I could get close to her. Blue Sun has made all the preparations for the wedding.
I mean, we shouldn't
So
be
it's not
surprised
going to be
about
her
that.
wedding. You people are horrible.
And you wonder why I left. You were asking me why I wanted to leave the Blue Sun?
Yeah,
You
we,
fake-
we,
you
we,
f-
sorry.
You faked the preparations of a woman's wedding. What monsters are you?
You're the ones
I
that are
did.
about to deliver her to that wedding against
Wait,
her
actually,
wishes.
I
this
put
is
my arm-
Woo's line. I'm sorry, I'm backing off. These are Woo's
No,
lines.
I put my arm around Wu, around Zach and be like, I'll just say this is probably for the best. That it gets done and no one gets involved or hurt. Just trust me on this, Saps.
Okay.
Weddings
Okay.
are messy things.
Oh well, well, you guys clean up over here. I'll be in the cockpit.
That brings up a secondary point, actually. We still need to decide what we're doing, because she clearly doesn't want to go to that wedding. And we haven't actually come down hard on what we're going to do.
Have you had a brainwave, boss?
As I am just leaving the room when you say that, I actually freeze, turn around. Actually, I might have a plan.
Isaac runs. No,
I
I'm
look
joking.
at him and
Nita
for the
steps
first
out of
time
Isaac's
ever,
way.
you see fear in my eyes.
I know, Isaac just looks at him, he's like 1,000-yard stare, he's just like, oh, God.
Isaac, Eliza, stay at the doors. Make sure Seth doesn't come back. I gather everybody around the table. Actually, there's probably just one door leading to the quarters.
I'll stand by the door.
And I'll be like, okay, so first of all, I have a deal with Badger. I have to honor that deal. The deal is that I deliver Liliana to the wedding. That is everything. That's where the deal starts and where the deal ends.
So you mean he never specified that the wedding should be with Templeton?
Before that it took place.
That was not part of the deal. I just deliver her to the wedding. I'm just the transport.
Yep. You deliver her to the exact wording was you deliver her to the transport, then you go and see the Baron and he will pay you.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm completely fair with doing all these parts. So there is a way we can pull this off and not make anybody hate us and get rich while we're doing it.
I'll get the ski masks.
What's our extra payment for this bit?
A priceless jewel necklace. Okay,
And
not
how
priceless.
are you going to fence that?
We take it apart.
I looked into
over
this.
over a period of several months. We sell bits and pieces
We could actually
throughout
do
the verse.
this. I know some people.
Or you could just give Wu an early raise.
I
Huh?
ignore that comment.
I think
All right,
everybody
I'll
ignores
figure
that
it out.
comment.
So what we do is I kind of want Keep. Can you put the Ocean's 11 music on the bottom below this explanation?
Give me a moment to try and find a working...
Because I kind of want to.
Mike,
I
roll
kind of want to see this as a montage cut where the whole plan is happening and Zaps is doing everybody's voices.
Oh, wow.
So it's like this is how the plan will go if everything goes correctly. So you see the actors playing out their parts and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, like we walk through the whole process.
Yes.
And
Oh, I
just
love
like,
it.
and just like, Wu, just stay out of trouble.
Just tell me once it starts playing. I can't hear it from here.
Chrome is refusing to cooperate still.
Okay,
so.
fine. Then we'll do it without. So, first we deliver Liliana and head to the Baron to get our payment. Oh, very well done. Yes, thank you very much. It's a pleasure. Then we find out where we mingle with the guests, and we find out where they're keeping her boyfriend. While doing this, we find a way to take out Seth. I'm thinking he might get indigestion by eating something wrong. Or something in that direction. We spring both, making sure we don't get seen. Disguise them like personnel, possibly, and get them back to the ship. Hide them in the locker rooms. Hide them in the
Smuggling
compartments. Give them a bit of food and water. Tell them to hold out until we pick them up, take them out, and then wait. They're gonna do checks of all the ships. We're gonna be completely confused. Where these people went? What happened? We delivered them. Everybody saw them entering, so we're basically as guilty as everybody else. And then they can't keep us around there forever. At some point, they're gonna have to let everybody leave. We've got business to do. We actually come on in, check the ship. They won't find anything. We leave. We bring them away happily ever after, and nobody needs to be the wiser.
Point of
So
order.
we're hopeless romantics.
No, we're filthy rich.
We managed a couple of seconds of music at the end there.
Okay, fair enough.
Point of order. If they're holding Loverboy, can't remember his name, not important. If they're holding Loverboy hostage, you won't be unguarded.
Fair point.
Also, boss, there's a million ways this could go wrong, and we could get found
Of
out.
course there is. It's one of Zap's plans.
But by the way, the thing is, Daniel Blake is Liliana's boyfriend.
Yes.
I'd say just drop her at the transport, take your cash, and make good.
Can we at least party?
Okay, we can party.
Isaac was very excited to press his dinner jacket.
Completely out of character. I know this plan is gonna fail. There's no way this is gonna work, but I fought it up a while back. I kind of at least have to throw it out there, just because it's so ridiculous that it might just work.
I like it. It gets us both. It gets us all the rewards.
And none of the hassle.
Out of character, I am so for this plan.
Mm-hmm.
In character, I could never see Eliza going for it.
Or out of character, I'm like, fencing a necklace like that is not as easy as you think it is.
Fair. In character, in universe, it's probably doable.
Actually, at the very least, what we could do is sell it to Badger.
Yeah. Well, no, we can't sell it to Badger because he'd find out what we did.
And he'd know, because if she's famous and that necklace is expensive, it's registered to her. So.
Well, no. So that's just a necklace, right? Like that's.
If it's
expensive. Yeah, but.
I don't think we'd have a hard time actually getting rid of it. It's like you take it apart, you melt down the gold. Okay, untraceable now, exactly. And you just use the crystals as small cash to people who have no idea what they're getting. Like they think oh, okay, that's a payment.
Did you say what it was made of, Keem?
I believe it was silver and sapphires.
I mean, they're sapphires. They're not.
Are any of them large?
They're not unique like diamonds. There's no.
There are large sapphires. How large?
Enough to be ostentatious and very, very showy and very bling. So.
Enough to be something that you would usually see in a museum large, or is it just?
There's a number of small ones, but there's a couple of very large prominent ones.
It can't be museum size. It's a necklace.
Have you seen museum necklaces?
Have you seen the largest diamond in the world?
Oh,
yes, actually, I have.
I figured out a way we can actually get the boyfriend out. We can smuggle them in the liquor cart.
No, because we would be in that all the time, and people would find out it was empty.
Yes, fair.
Anyway, I really don't have. I mean, I'll go along with the plan because I'm with the crew. I really don't think it's a good idea, but that's my 2 cents.
Out of character, it's a terrible idea, but
let's be honest, it's going to be.
I think Isaac's a bit of a romantic.
We do know that he has boxer shorts with red love hearts on.
Yes, we do.
I wasn't even expecting this was going to be a thing we were going to try and do, but I love it. Because Zaps and this one is just looking at the money. Usually, he doesn't always do that, but I think in this case, I can argue that he'd go along with it.
I mean, Isaac's Firefly Netflix collection is basically all rom-coms. It's surprising.
Well, he spends all day, every day, like doing the whole action hero, fighting people, saving lives. Occasionally he just likes to relax and chill out and wind down with a nice little romantic, that sort of thing.
Is Isaac basically Cassandra?
I haven't finished Dragon Age, so I won't.
Yeah.
You haven't finished Inquisition?
No.
You haven't gotten to the part where you find out what her secret guilty pleasure is?
For some reason, Red, I have this horrific fear of finishing EA games. BioWare ones in particular. I don't know where that came from.
Okay.
I know exactly where it came from.
I'll be completely honest. The final boss fight in Inquisition is meh, but aside from that, it's good. Don't worry.
Yeah. Anyway, getting back to our RPGing.
Yeah, I think he likes reading romantic novels as well.
Okay, how is Wu on this plan?
Wu's not fussed really. Wu's like, are we actually going to the party?
We will have to go to the party to find out where this boyfriend is.
Then I'm all for this plan.
Also, it'll be lots and lots of money for you.
I'm ready for this plan now.
So that only leaves Eliza.
You're actually giving Eliza a vote. Interesting.
Of course.
I'll do it if you think it's the best. I'm trusting you on this one, boss.
Oh, fuck.
If you think we can make it out, all of us, scot-free, then
Sure.
I'll for it. Otherwise,
Sure, I think we can.
I'd rather pull the trigger in my own head now.
Yes, let's
Look.
do this.
Eliza, as long as you don't shop us into the Baron, we'll be fine. So
Oh.
let's just do it, all right?
I don't think the Baron pays well enough for that.
Fair.
Glad to know you've still got a price.
Don't you?
I actually don't.
Who do you work for?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Aren't you glad you joined this crew?
Mia's beginning to have some second thoughts, but just simply shakes her head like, okay, I guess we're en route then. I'm gonna go.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
So,
I'm so glad we're doing this. So, okay, before we arrive there, we need to hammer some details out though.
yeah.
Because
I was going to say, actually, it might also be useful for you guys to know that you're currently scheduled to arrive at Rimstream 2 days before the wedding.
okay, so we have about a day, because we'll have to not talk about it while Seth is around.
Also, but presumably there will be like parties and functions going on for those 2 days when we get there. Like there'll be things happening in the evenings, right?
Yeah, and obviously
Yeah.
you'll be able to go and get paid by the Baron and
Sure.
stuff as soon as you get there. So
That's perfect. What
Hang
do we
on,
need to
wasn't
figure
it the
out?
day of the wedding that she was gonna get the necklace?
Yes, that is the day.
Yes.
so
That's
you
what we
get to
spring
hang
into
around for
action.
2 days on a nice luxury liner.
Oh, we have 2 days of prep?
Prep time, yes.
I like this. That also means Seth will be off the ship by then, so we have a bit of extra time.
Well, we'll have to find a way of getting him away from Liliana.
Yeah, that's the biggest hitch of the plan. That's the thing I haven't figured out yet. The other things
I think
we
I
can
have an
do.
idea on that case.
Share with the
We'll,
group.
we'll wait and see. I need to look into some things, but I think I have a solution for that.
Okay. So getting Liliana out shouldn't be that hard, because right before the wedding, she'll probably be prepping her clothes and dress, and I'm assuming at some point she'll have the necklace already.
The morning of the wedding, she gets the necklace.
Yeah. So
That's what she said.
we spill wine on her. Woo. How is your How are your serving qualities? As in, can you play waitress?
Well, I did a couple of years as a waitress.
So
You mean a couple of hours?
Well,
I think minutes.
time is relative. Time is relative.
It
anyway,
felt like years, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's probably about right. Yeah.
No,
Give
so
yourself a plot point for this plan because I love it.
the idea is that we when she's prepping, maybe she needs to go to the bathroom. While she's going to the bathroom, a waitress accidentally spills some wine on the dress.
Sorry,
And
sorry,
it's like-
whoa, sorry. We're
So
spilling
she
wine?
goes to the bathroom while she's going to the bathroom, is what you're saying, boss.
Wait, what?
No, hang on. I think we're overcomplicating this. All we need to do is get her on her own. So we need to have Eliza have some way of neutralizing her bodyguard, and then we basically get hold of her and smuggle her off the ship, right?
Yeah, right. Actually, that's still the bodyguard. If we can do that, we should be able to get her off, dress her as a maid, maybe hide her in some other way, and get her off. It's the boyfriend.
Phrasing.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, I'm going to
Get her off the ship.
It will really help you guys if you get to Rim's Dream before you finalise your plans.
Okay,
because
great,
There are
let's do
going to
that.
be some setups and some situations that
oh,
you're going
no,
to need
really?
to respond to.
Oh, I
Okay,
love it. Let's
fine.
do that.
And the other is we need to find the boyfriend and get him out. And I think that's actually, as long as we can take out his security, it should be
That's my
easy.
department.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
have
actually,
any of you
importantly-
actually asked Liliana where she thinks the Baron would keep the boyfriend?
Okay, guys, no guns. We can't use guns because it'll draw attention, and we can't be seen. These
I've
are
got a
two.
suppressor.
Okay, great. Actually, fine.
Well, now
Use
I have
that.
to find a bow and arrow. All right, I'll get a
that's-
crossbow.
That's
rule.
the problem. We can't make any sounds,
The
and
third
we
rule.
can't be seen by anybody who ends up alive, because otherwise this plan doesn't work.
Yeah, the third rule is
Well, and
remember,
if you
no
kill
Russian.
people, that's bad.
No, seriously, I've got ski masks.
You might actually need those. Not to mention it.
Go with me on this journey. We can burst in, kidnap the boyfriend, and possibly the daughter as well if things go wrong, which things will do. So we make it look like we're kidnapping her, and then we fly them off.
Yeah, but we don't want the ship. Actually, that might work. No, they know we were on that ship, and I don't want to
Yes,
get
but
that heat.
if we make a show of like taking the ship over,
I like this idea. So half of the crew is taking her, and the other half is taking the ship.
Yeah.
Is playing the crew.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let's
think we can
see
pull this
how
off.
things go. But I like
Yeah.
this as a second option.
All right, so let's go find Liliana.
Okay, whoosh, advert break. The rest of your journey to Rim's Dream happens pretty uneventfully.
Hang on, there's just one little thing that we need to take care of. We still haven't taken care of Asante.
What do you mean? She's already out the airlock, right?
That kind of happened during the commercial break.
Yeah,
what- okay,
she's
cool.
mysteriously missing after the commercial break.
Yeah.
She was just not there. Okay, cool.
Not going to try and hand her in for anything or pin any blame on
Plot
her.
hole,
just
there we go.
airlocked.
Well, that's what we absolutely could turn her in.
But I don't.
that-
Do we
No.
get extra money for that?
No.
No, that's a bad idea because
Like, for one, that would implicate Nia, and I don't want to do that.
And two, she's gonna rat on us if she's alive.
Exactly.
No, but you're not following here. The Blue Suns were out to steal this guy's land. They're not. He's not going to be in favor of them. He's going to give us a reward.
She's
That's what
still
she
gonna
said.
squeal on you.
Squeal what?
no, she needs the airlock. Simple as that.
I'm gonna agree with Eliza on this.
Everyone's so killing.
It means more
You're
money.
the one who shot two people.
Boss, it only means more money if you walk away alive.
Those people
That's
were
fair.
presenting an active threat to me and my crew.
Yeah,
That's
let's airlock them.
Fine.
No, actually, no. I agree with Isaac on this. Let's turn her in. I prefer to keep people alive if we don't have to kill them.
She's been part of this elaborate conspiracy to pull the wool over this Templeton Steel guy's eyes for a long time. He's not going to take anything she has to say seriously, and she doesn't have anything to say.
Yeah, I mean, this plan she doesn't know anything about because she's not in the room.
What can she say? And who's going to believe her if she does say anything? She's not
It's fair.
like she managed to fool her bodyguard and Liliana.
Heck,
But anyone
we might
else
actually get an
doesn't
ally
know.
in Templeton Cold Steel. I don't mind having that guy on our favors list.
Yeah, that'll get us in good.
Assuming he doesn't realise who it was who nicked his bride, but yeah.
Look, that's even if we still decide, we can still back out of that plan.
Like, if anyone's got anything that she can actually give away, tell me.
She could try and squeal on Nia.
Yes,
About
and
what?
that-
The fact that she killed
I-
two of the people trying to kidnap
Liliana.
his fiance.
Yeah.
Like,
well, who says? I mean, you're handing her over to Templeton, but is he going to kill her? Is he going to just set her free?
I don't think he's gonna do the last thing.
Yeah.
No,
Do
you may not
Actually,
care. I
think he's
kind
gonna
of
pay
do.
us extra for it?
Do you want her
'Cause I
dead or
don't.
alive?
Me, I'd prefer her dead at this point. If we'd left other
Okay.
people alive, then there were other plans. But now that everyone's dead, we might as well take her too.
Hey, I mean,
You know what? Actually, I agree, Nia. That's it's your choice.
fine.
I'm not gonna. You make the call on that. If we wanted to either airlock her or have us bring her in.
All right, I'm gonna go secure our passengers. You guys get on with it.
Yeah, I'm going back to the carpet, punching in our course.
Okay. So.
So what does Nia do?
He's like, great, you gave me the choice of doing the thing none of you want to do or doing the thing that actually makes sense.
Yeah, no,
Nia,
go ahead.
I will support you in any way, and I can give her a lethal injection if that's what you want. We can just hand her over dead.
I like that idea.
Jesus.
We'll go with that.
Okay.
That body better not stink before we get there.
I'll put her in the freezer.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
We have a freezer?
Of course we do.
Wow.
Cryogenic cooling.
Well, we gotta keep our supplies somewhere.
I
Yeah.
gotta have my ice cream somewhere.
Also, to be honest, when you open it up, there's a in heavy air quotes secret compartment in there which is like entirely full of booze.
I can see the morgue freezer just having a few bottles of whiskey on the line.
Yeah,
On the edges where it doesn't interfere with anything. Just
like body, booze, booze. What the hell?
Ice cream, booze.
like
You know, I've got somewhere. I have to have somewhere to keep them.
like ice cream with booze in it.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
So yeah, I do the thing, give her a lethal injection, and put her in the freezer.
We are awful people.
I'm not.
I'm not surprised at this.
I intentionally gave away that choice. It was like, okay, you know what? Fine.
You gave away the choice to the two people most likely to kill her.
I gave
Hey,
away
you
the
are a
choice to
local
the one
person.
person who I think has the most, who that choice has the most effect
That
on.
was her best. Yeah.
And I
Also,
appreciate that.
Isaac is having a character arc, so let's just go with this.
I think you're in trouble when Woo's one of the nice people. Just saying.
I think Nia has surpassed you by far as one of the nice people.
I don't know. I think Wu is actually. I still like Wu a lot in this crew.
Yeah,
I do as well. I mean,
All right. Okay. So, what's the plan now? Are we going to talk to Liliana?
Well, if you're gonna save her, you might want to tell her.
Yeah. So let's go and have a talk with her, and we can ask her where she thinks, as our GM,
How do we
suggested
keep-
to us.
How do we keep
Yeah.
Seth?
Where? Well, no. Just we get her alone, and
Okay.
I'll
Given that you've taken out the main threat to her on board the ship, I think Seth is going to be a little bit more...
I will brief him on the tactical situation of everything that just happened, and then you guys can talk to Liliana.
Okay. Sounds good.
I might stay with Isaac just because I'm not a huge fan of Liliana, but I'm not gonna wish her into a unhappy marriage to that idiot.
Also, how How do we explain we suddenly have an extra crew member to Seth and Liliana?
Yeah.
She was working for us all along. She was undercover.
How do we want to explain that?
I like this idea.
I like the undercover. We can go with that. I was undercover, and now I'm here. There we go.
Sure. Why
Well
not?
planned.
All right, let's go. So we're having
And when
Isaac and Nia are going to talk to Seth, and everyone else is going, or whoever wants to, is going to go talk to Liliana.
I like that when Seth is like surprised at the fact that we have planned. I say like, yes, we plan ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, Liliana tells you that she thinks that the Baron will most likely be holding Daniel on board his private yacht, the Star Voyager.
Oh shit. Is it docked with? Will it be docked?
Most likely.
Okay, that's an advantage.
This is one of the reasons why I said you do kind of need to get there to get
I
the full picture.
I figured.
Chat is concerned that Nia's cock blocking Isaac.
Wait.
Now, anybody watching the stream will notice that I have 3 pieces of information that I have yet to reveal to the crew because nobody's thought to ask for them yet.
Okay, let me think here. What have we not asked about that we really should ask about?
Hang on. Have we actually searched the
How
luggage
heavily
yet?
guarded Daniel is, if at all.
Well, Liliana tells you that, he'll most likely be guarded by a couple of the Baron's bodyguards who are...
Okay, that's fine. We can probably take those.
Boss, do we have a layout of the Rim's Dream yet?
There we
That
go.
might actually be a good idea to have.
I'm assuming we got that once we were getting that once we got on the ship.
Yeah,
I've already seen the things you're talking about, Keith.
Yeah. But now everybody gets them. Also,
Yay.
you get the deck plans to the Star Voyager because it's a well-known make of luxury yacht.
Okay, let me fan out these deck plans.
It looks like there's a bar on this
Yes.
Star Voyager.
I mean, obviously you would have got the public plans of the ship on board, but this gives you kind of all of the areas that might be worth seeing.
So, while all this is going on, like, there's a sort of montage of us on the ship doing stuff. And does anyone remember from the series, there's that weird game they're playing in the cargo hold, where they're trying to get the ball through the ring?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I think there's a couple of, like, shots of us playing that as, like, the crew.
Yeah.
While we're traveling and doing all this other stuff.
You may not come out very well on the deck plans, but on one of the decks there is a Verbena restaurant. That may be relevant at some point.
A Verbena restaurant? What's a Verbena restaurant?
Oh, Oh, no.
Yeah, there's
No.
the Verbena restaurant and the Verbena club.
No!
Wait, what?
No, I don't like it. Don't like it.
I don't get it.
Verbena's where I was hospitalized. Let's say hospitalized.
I just noticed that as I was scrolling through the list, I was like, oh no.
That was that battle
seriously.
thing.
Yeah,
That's really weird.
the second battle of Verbena. Holy crap.
But yes, Woo, for
Hey,
your
where's this?
information, the casino is 24 hours.
God damn it, whoa! Where's this?
Who's gonna gamble up all our money before we even get them?
Yeah, at this point we're gonna need to do this job, otherwise we're not gonna be able to pay off our debts.
Well, I'm doing for 2 days.
What deck plan am I looking at?
It's on the casino is on deck 2.
No, the other thing.
Deck 2A.
The Verbena place.
Yeah, they're on deck 2 as well.
Deck plan 2.
Okay.
They're on the first deck plan, I believe.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
on deck
2A,
2A.
2A,
Deck plan
2B.
2A.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing the
see the
middle
shuttle.
is the restaurant and the top is the casino.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
I see.
I actually assumed that the 2A was the chapel.
Oh, where the wedding's happening.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's.
Oh, that would make
now?
sense.
Or is that
I
12?
will need to check where that is going to happen.
I mean, it shouldn't matter for the plan, but
12 is a pool.
Yeah, 12 does look like a pool.
There's
oh yeah, no, that's clearly a pool. You're right.
yeah, there's the jumping board and everything.
Yeah, that's a pool.
Yeah, I forget which deck. I'll need to check that for next time. Which deck and why is that actually taking
Oh
place
boy.
inside. I
I
should have
think it
checked
must
that.
be 11 because 11 is almost empty.
Yeah, 11
If-
also has the penthouse suite. Um,
Yeah, I'm assuming it's 11 in that case. That sounds
looks
Either
comfortable.
11
it
or
looks like
3.
the decks are numbered in the same way they are on a cruise ship and in a hotel. So 1 is at the bottom because that's the crew quarters with 12 at the top, the pool.
Yeah, that
Okay.
makes sense. So it's probably going to be on the 11th floor, I guess, because that's a big empty hall that they
Yeah.
can turn into a
The
fest,
deck
11
yeah.
12 does
or
also have a
3.
grand ballroom, so that may also
Oh.
be the
Yeah,
case.
that would be much more like it, yes.
And
Deck 11
Grand
or deck
Ballroom
12.
looks like 3, is my guess.
That's on deck 12.
Yeah,
Deck 12?
Grand Ballroom, that's the back. The front, there's the
Oh,
ballroom,
yeah, I see it.
and
I
then
get it.
there's at the bottom, I assume, is a restaurant?
I believe so, yes.
And then the top part of that, marked off space, that's probably the ballroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no,
Sounds
that
good to
marked
me.
off space is the bridge.
Oh,
Ah,
then the bottom part is probably the ballroom. Okay, so,
That's that.
okay, what else are we forgetting?
Well, she told us where she thinks the boyfriend will be. We've
That,
got
that,
plans.
those three things are the things I was talking about. Is the
Ah,
deck
okay.
plans.
Okay.
Because they're kind of useful for you guys. I mean, obviously, Red, you've got the actual source books, so you're able to see them in the books. But it's
Are
kind of
these?
useful
Oh, these
for
are
you guys.
these are in the source books. Oh, I didn't
Yep.
know that.
I just cropped the images out from the PDF.
Oh, nice.
Right. Let's see. Isaac's going to go to his case of weaponry and things and have a look through. Let me see. No, I'll come back to this. I'll talk to you about this later, Cube.
Yep. So let's get you to the ship.
Yeah,
We're-
makes sense.
We've got
Yeah.
about 20 minutes left. So let's get you to the ship and let's get you to sort of so you can start putting together some of the scenario and some of the bits of information that you need.
Mm-hmm.
So, fairly uneventful journey for the rest of it. No more pirates, nothing strange, nothing out of the ordinary. And yeah, so you get to Room's Dream. Turns out that the Baron has told the docking officer to be aware that you guys are arriving, so you don't actually have any problems docking. Normally, a ship of your status trying to dock with Room's Dream would have been a little bit of a
Be
problem.
turned away.
But
I could have talked our way through that.
you're waved to a docking port.
Okay.
What's wrong with our ship?
Wait, how are we going to? Are we invited to this wedding? Are they going to let
Yeah.
us stay docked? Oh,
I mean, we're at the
Well,
port. We might not be
we'll
at the
find out.
actual wedding, but I'm assuming we get to stick around. We don't need to. We don't need to be at the actual wedding. Sorry,
There
keep
is a
going.
plot
keep going.
reason that you will be allowed to stick around.
Go ahead. Sorry, keep
Oh,
going.
I don't like that. That's terrifying.
So you are, you're able to dock. You do notice that the Baron's luxury yacht is docked. So you're able to spot that. So that's not going to be a problem. Unfortunately, you are directed to dock on the opposite side of the ship.
Okay. So I fly around the ship, dock on the other end.
So yeah, so to get to the Baron's yacht, you will have to cross through the ship. On
Oh
docking,
crap!
you receive a wave from the Baron.
I pick up.
He asks-
Hello, Zap Engelbert, delivery service.
It turns out it's just his butler, and he just says, "The Baron requests that the package stay on board for the moment."
Oh. Okay, when does the Baron plan on picking up the package?
On the wedding day.
Oh. Okay. Huh.
Why do things never go smooth?
Well, if you're gonna abduct her, at least she's already here. Now all we have to do is spring the guy.
Now
Yeah,
you
the-
see why I say a lot of your plot is actually a little bit more straightforward because he wants you to keep her on the ship because sort of obviously they're talking a little bit in code, but basically it boils down to they're still worried about her safety, and there's obviously going to be a lot of paparazzi on board.
Of course, that's...
And they probably have a decoy for that anyway.
So that's fine, Taps, but the rate goes up every day we keep her here.
Yeah, but the problem is it's now becomes a lot harder to... Like, it's way easier to kidnap her. It also becomes a hell of a lot harder to make it look like we had nothing to do with it.
Actually, no, it doesn't.
Wait, no, actually, you're right.
All we need on the security camera is armed, masked men entering the ship, and the ship then leaving.
You're absolutely right, Isaac. You brilliant man.
It's almost like I've done this before.
But the Baron has invited you to come and meet him aboard his yacht.
Oh, I will gladly take that invitation. Anyone want to join me?
Sure.
I mean, I have to come, so yes.
Right, actually, you don't have a choice.
I
Anybody-
guess I can come, but you know who else is watching the ship?
We can, well,
I actually want Wu on along for this one because I think she's going to be very useful.
we can lock the ship.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come along then.
Beep beep.
I do like the idea that I think we've talked about that before. That Zap
Yeah.
does just have a little key fob that unlocks the ship, and the running lights flash orange for a second.
Yeah.
Valk is away from the keyboard just for a second, but
Okay. I'm assuming Wu's coming along.
who's coming no matter what?
Cool.
Yeah.
Got the chance
we'll
to meet
all
the
head
Baron.
over there.
Okay, so you all leave the Daedalus and head into the main sort of lobby area from where you were docked.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing you notice, that sort of as you head towards the grand lobby, is that there are security guards and a security scanner,
Okay.
and some signs depicting very, very clearly in no uncertain terms, no weapons.
Huh.
Those of you who would have brought weapons upon your personages, what do you wish to do with them?
The scanner, there's no way I'm getting that thing past. I will simply... I'm assuming there's some drop-off box for your guns.
The wedding isn't taking place on this ship, is it?
On Rim's Dream, yes.
Wait, I thought, where are we going now?
No, the Rimstream is the big...
Is the cruise line.
Cruise
Cruise
ship.
ship.
yeah, and
We're
both
going to
the...
somewhere else.
Where both the Star Voyager and the Daedalus are docked on it.
Yes.
So we're just we're going through the Rimstream to the Star Voyager.
Yeah, because
Can I go
you're on
back and drop
opposite
my
sides of the
stuff on
ship.
the ship?
Yeah, like sure, I'll walk back, drop my gun, and go
Yeah,
back. I don't
'cause
really care
I'm-
about my gun right
yeah.
now.
So was the sign just no guns,
No weapons.
no weapons?
Ah, shit.
Ah, well then I'm gonna have to go back with my knife.
Yeah.
Your
I
metal
mean,
knife.
you're welcome to try walking through the scanner with a knife. But
No,
I thought
no,
I'd
I
at least
like
give
my
you a heads
They're
up.
kind of defensive. Sorry.
Your what,
I
sorry?
like my knife. It's my knife. It goes back on the ship.
There's actually an entire page in here devoted to what happens if somebody is playing Jane.
Yeah, I can imagine he doesn't want to give up a gun. So I would actually
keep
like,
Vera.
are the guards armed? The security guards?
Yes.
Ah, they're breaking the rules.
No, that's fine. I'll leave my pistol at the on the ship then.
Okay. I mean, right now I don't think we need a gun.
Not
I
yet.
certainly don't.
Exactly.
So
Okay.
all of us are clearly now unarmed.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, we are to presume that these guards will also be present on the wedding liner, right?
You're on the wedding
likely.
liner. This is where the security screening is to get
Oh,
onto
right,
the wedding
sorry.
liner.
Yeah,
You've
very
come out of
confused.
your airlock into a small corridor, and to get into the grand lobby, you need to pass through the security screening.
All right. I'll come back later then. I've got a plan.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
I'm sticking with the group for now.
yep.
Okay.
So as you've all been good little mercenaries or whatever you describe yourselves as, and dropped off all your weapons,
Businessman.
most of you cause no issues going through. Isaac, you do still set the security scanner off,
Yeah, I thought that might happen.
mostly just because of your body armor.
Yeah.
So the guards just pull you to one side for a quick questioning.
I mean, I'll explain to them that
Isaac
I am...
strips down in the hallway, struts his stuff. They're all impressed.
Please, not
No,
not
they understand. You're a bodyguard, you're personal security. They just remind you that
If I have
while
some
they
sort of...
appreciate that you are wearing body armor, if you try to bring any weapons on board, they will confiscate them.
That's fine. If I have some sort of card I can show them, then that's a thing that I'll do.
So that's fine. They're just obviously they're being super cautious at their job at the moment. You know, wedding of the millennium and everything.
Yeah. So what? We're going through a metal detector.
Yeah. Well, slightly more advanced, but yeah.
I'm not taking my
Yeah.
shoes off, alright? I've had enough. Bloody airports. So, actually, while we're looking about on here, I am going to just be sort of assessing who and what we're seeing. Like, what kind of people. I assume there's lots of famous types walking
Well,
around.
the very first thing you are greeted with is Mr. Templeton Steele himself,
Oh, hello.
with two guards and what looks like a lawyer. Sort of
And
slightly
Nia just
different
tries
type in a
to
suit.
blend into the background as much as possible.
Isaac reflexively reaches for a pistol when he hears the word lawyer.
Um,
It's not there.
does the book describe what Templeton Steel looks like?
Yes, we have a description of Mr. Steele. He's in his 50s with black but obviously dyed hair that he wears slicked back. He has a pale complexion, oddly colourless eyes.
Does it say what
Relatively
height he
good-looking.
is?
Well dressed, manicured, and clean shaven. We don't have a height for him. In my head, he's about 6 foot.
Oh, I was going to want him to be really short, and we'll just be like, I imagine he'd be taller.
You can say that anyway.
I was gonna say you can still say that anyway.
So
I
imagine
know it's
he's like a really small 5-foot person, like kept big cowboy hat.
There's character reasons why I see him as 6 foot. I'll
Yeah.
explain
Okay.
that later on, but
Also, he's basically Samuel Colt, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. I say do I recognize that it's Samuel Colt Steele?
Templeton, yes. Yeah,
Templeton.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Can I just I don't mean to interrupt too much, but can I just back up for a second and talk to the security guards and just sort of see if I can get some sort of idea of how they're handling security and how things are going?
Yeah, I mean they're not willing to share everything, but obviously they're keen to reassure you, as you're a bodyguard, you're in the security business. You know, there's scanners on every entrance and exit. Strict policies. They've got guards at appropriate places, sort of above and beyond the usual security. The casino has its own security detail.
That's good.
The Baron has also brought some bodyguards, and they've gestured to Mr. Steele, and clearly other guests have brought their own as well.
Right.
And I'm assuming all those bodyguards are armed.
Oh, probably.
no.
Well,
Okay.
the security guards kind of clam shut on that front.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So we'll come back to this, but I have a plan because I'm going to bring a wedding present, and it's going to have a tinfoil lining.
Ah.
So it can't pass through this. So I just got the idea from Hitman. Do you remember Blood Money?
I've
get an
played it, but I don't think
You
I've
get an
played it.
upgrade for his briefcase that gives it like
Right,
a lining
right,
that blocks
right.
scanners. So I'm going to give that a go later.
Okay. Anyway,
Does the present go boom by
So-
any chance?
No, it's a sniper rifle.
it's a sniper rifle case.
Oh.
So,
And a pistol.
like I said, do I know? Can I recognize Colt Steele?
Yes.
Okay, then I walk up to him. Ah, Mr. Steele, such a pleasure to meet you.
I'm looming next to him as he does
Steele
this.
is just like sort of just
I stick out my
sneers
hand
slightly
in
at you.
greeting.
He doesn't shake your hand.
Oh, well.
He's just like, you must be, and just gestures to the lawyer, and the lawyer goes, looks at a piece of paper and goes, Engelbert, sir, Engelbert. Engelbert.
Yes. Saps Engelbert, renowned captain.
Yes, I know who you are. I understand you've been instructed to keep her aboard for now. I wish to see her. Will you let me on board?
Certainly, sir.
Apologies, Mr. Steele. We're in a state of lockdown on the ship at the moment. I don't think we can allow anyone in or out.
Oh, I'm sorry. My chief security officer. I have to trust him on this. I hope you understand.
I understand entirely. Perhaps this will change your mind. And he gestures to the lawyer to hand over a purse.
Are you
What do we
trying to
think?
bribe me, sir?
Mere token of my appreciation for the job you've done.
I will take it up with the package's father, and then I will get back to you. And I hand him back. Did I hand him back the purse?
Yeah.
Actually, no. I don't hand him back the purse.
Just put it into your pocket and then we keep walking.
Can I just do a quick Cortex look up on him?
Yeah, what would you like to know
Zap
about
would
it?
not give him back the purse. Like
Just general background, like I don't basically. Isaac's taken a distinct dislike to the guy straight away. I just want to know a bit more about him.
Yeah, so basically he's a weapons designer. Sold weapons to both sides during the unification war. Both sides consider him a traitor.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Hey.
He invented the MPE-40, the Managed Pulse Energy Gun. It was low price, really easy to produce, and basically he was one of the few people who came out of the war a winner. I mean, he made his fortune from that. Yeah.
I don't like him.
Yeah, no. So based on that, Isaac is going to disallow him access to Liliana.
And
He's well known for being litigious. If you give him any excuse, he will sue you for it. So.
Oh, fantastic.
does Templeton Cold Steel object to the fact that I put the money in my pocket?
What money?
You could be taking that to negotiate in his favor with the Baron.
I didn't see any money.
No, I'm asking Keith on this one sincerely. Like,
he doesn't actively try to retrieve it, but you can see the intense disgust on his face when you don't hand it back. And he's just like, I see. And then he kind of switches tack and he's like, Mr. Engelbert, as you know, I'm an inventor, a man in love with machinery. I've never been aboard a Kintsugi class before. Would you give me the personal tour?
I think my previous comment remains.
So the ship is still on lockdown.
I will bring it up with her father, and I will get back to you.
Okay.
At this point, Saps feels a hand on his shoulder that basically pushes him a bit forward, which is Eliza because she's getting impatient.
Okay. If you'll excuse me, I have an appointment.
He squares himself up and sort of gestures to the two bodyguards to come forward ever so slightly. So I would like you to set the stakes for a roll against intimidation.
Okay. He's going to try and intimidate me. What do I roll against that?
You need to set the stakes, so that's going to be, I presume... I'm guessing you're not going to try and do this physically, so probably mental and...
I'm actually... Can I use social on this?
Yeah. That would
Okay,
also work.
social, and what skill would be appropriate?
Probably your own influence, I would imagine.
Okay, that sounds good.
Well, can I lend something 2 red on this?
No, I don't want to I want to do this solo if you don't mind.
Alright, go ahead.
I want to beat this guy at his own game.
I was gonna say that both Isaac and I move a slight step forward as well when the bodyguards move. So
I mean, I'll only accept their dice if he's also getting dice from his bodyguard.
Well, I mean, I was stood there anyway. Like, I was stood next to Zaps the whole time. But
Yeah,
that's-
but you take that half step
he's not
forward.
getting the bodyguards as an asset on this one. He's got
Okay,
enough dice for this
fine.
anyway.
So
you guys go
anything?
ahead. You have your dick measuring contest.
And I'm gonna ready my got your back on this.
Yep.
No, I don't want to restart. Go away. Okay, so I need to give me a sec here. I need to check if there's anything I'm forgetting.
Oh no, there's no guns, Eliza. So
I know, but it's gonna happen. I'm calling it now. I'm just calling it preemptively.
I don't.
Wait,
I
oh,
don't
I rolled mine ahead of time. Sorry.
Crap.
I hit enter without thinking because I'm so used to setting the stakes.
Sorry. Okay, here we go. So that's a 17 on my end. Sorry.
Yep.
They do not raise the stakes.
And I rolled a 14, so yeah. His intimidation effect definitely doesn't work then.
Yeah, you're right. No, actually, yeah, that's fine. I didn't change anything of my roll, so that should be good. You can
I'll
still
spend
add.
a block point for that jinx.
Ooh. Oh,
What do you
that
wanna give
could
him?
actually be useful right now. Because if we can keep steel off our ass.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've got it.
Yeah, so you can spend a plot point to give him a complication.
Okay, go ahead.
So, like he's like trying to his bodyguards step up and he's trying to sort of stare us down, and we all like the crew collectively just sort of like square up to them, and like their bodyguards look at each other and they're just like, no, nope. And Steele's left, like they back off a little bit, and Steele's left there standing on his own, and he's like he just looks around like, oh, and
I will actually spend a plot point, and
you will, okay.
yeah, I'm spending a plot point because I won that roll, so I need to do that.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think what kind of complication I want to place on him.
Just something that makes him either intimidated by us or like.
Yeah, the one in the book is put in his place.
Oh, that works.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Put in his place.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest probably frustrated.
So technically, that's actually an asset for us.
Put
Yeah.
in his place is works
So
either way.
basically, you guys can roll a d6, an extra d6 against him when that's appropriate.
Sweet, I like
Give me a
that.
sec, I'll put it in there.
And I've just scribbled out his character
In
sheet.
his place. D6, and I'll put cold steel in there.
I was kind of hoping the body.
Oh no, too big. Roll it back. Why does that size always change? I'm trying to change your shape. I'm trying to wait. No, actually, it's way easier if I do it like that.
Yeah, just put a
I
line
think-
break in.
Right.
There's an E at the end of steel.
If we need to wrap
right.
this up, well, we
There.
can wrap this up.
Yes. Okay.
So Steele sort of scurries off, looking a bit flustered as his attempt to see Liliana did not work.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's what he was doing. I just
And he
didn't like
lost
him.
money. Ooh.
Yeah, that's the
Bad
best part. I pocketed some cash.
Yeah.
Serves him right for trying to bribe Zaps Engelbert.
So you pass through the grand lobby, and to the other side of the ship. And so obviously, the way this works is most of the ships that dock at kind of the same level, and it all lead into this grand lobby. So you cross to the other side of the lobby and make your way to the Baron's yachts. You are greeted at the door by the butler.
Ah,
Oh, another butler.
I presume we talked earlier. We actually, it's always visual with Cortex.
Yeah.
Ah, pleasure to meet you. And I stick out my hand.
The butler's Captain Engelbert, and shakes your hand.
We are here to see the Baron.
Yes, the master's in the library. This way, sir.
Fancy. Oh, by the way, while we were walking to the Star Voyager, I mother to the others. I don't like that man. About
I
steel.
don't like him either.
I don't think any of us do, boss.
on 12 systems.
So yeah, the butler escorts you. The library's on the owner's deck of the Voyager.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, the Baron is indeed in the library. And he said, welcome, Mr. Engelbert.
Ah, pleasure to meet you, Baron. Fine
Sir.
yacht you have here.
It does the job, he says, and he just sort of tips his glass of whiskey to you. Doesn't offer to rise out of his chair or shake your hand. Doesn't offer you a seat either.
Fine. I offer my hand, but I'm assuming he doesn't take it.
Yeah.
This is becoming a pattern for me today.
He's like, I'm so glad Badger picked the best man for the job. I believe you got my message to keep Liliana safe on board for now.
Yes, she's remaining in our guest quarters for now.
So, excellent. And I'm sure Badger made it very clear that you don't get paid until the wedding actually occurs.
He kind of left that out, but that's how Badger rolls. He's a forgetful man. That man sometimes.
It's like, yes, well, so you're okay with this? We will of course arrange with Rim's Dream to give you quarters aboard for a couple of days until the wedding.
Ah, well, it would be lovely. Thank you. You
do notice discreetly in one corner of the room a bodyguard. And Isaac and Eliza, you do notice the distinct slight bulge of a pistol holstered.
Wait, do I get to do a notice on that too?
Yes, sorry, yeah, your notice is high
Yeah.
enough.
I was gonna say,
Just a useful detail for your combat type, so that his bodyguards are definitely at least armed aboard his ship.
That makes sense. I mean, we can be armed on our ship.
Yep.
Can Wu ask for some free credits to the casino from the Baron?
The Baron says, yes, I can arrange for that.
Oh God.
I like to think the Baron's stroking a cat.
Sorry,
technically I am. I don't know if you realised he wandered on stream.
What did
Yeah, no, credit at the casino.
Yeah.
There we go.
Of course she did.
Yeah, of course you did. Right, perfect. I mean, that's keeping us here.
So,
Wait, hang on.
Yes, so the Baron informs you that the wedding is obviously in 2 days' time, at noon.
Mm-hmm.
You
When do
are
we
to
get
make
paid?
certain that she arrives
Day of the
safely
wedding.
at her suite of rooms on deck 11, where she'll change into her wedding dress. The Baron will then escort her to the ceremony, which will be in the grand ballroom on deck 12.
And we get paid when we deliver her, right?
Once Liliana says her vows and she's away on her honeymoon, you can collect your pay.
That was not the deal.
Oh Christ!
Uh-huh.
But he says, as I mentioned, you'll have access to all to quarters and all the fun and free food you could wish for.
I mean, that covers Woo, but
Yeah.
Well, how's that, Captain?
It'll be fine.
wait. So hang on. Let me just pin this down. Like
we're still in the room. I'm gonna keep that face.
how exact can I get? What time frame do we get paid on? Like, at what point do we get paid?
As soon as Templeton and Liliana have departed in his shuttle for their honeymoon.
Okay, that changes things a bit, but okay.
Boss, I think it's time we take our leave, go back to the ship, and start preparing.
We cannot. Okay, out of character. We cannot have this conversation right now.
I
'Cause
know.
We're still in his freaking quarters.
Why do you think I'm saying we need to get back to the ship?
Because
Unless there's anything else, I think that that's where we will get back to.
But
the
yes,
Baron, thank you for your hospitality, and I hope to see you at the wedding.
Excellent. A couple of little details about the study. He does have some prototype firearms displayed. in the
Of course he
study,
does.
the sort of the library area.
Okay.
Apparently, there's also no books in the library. I forgot to mention that detail. It's just
It's
like
a
a giant
library with
Cortex
no
terminal.
Question.
Oh,
So it's actually an armory display.
Yeah.
Question. Did we pass a security checkpoint when we boarded his ship?
You passed back through one to get out of the grand lobby. There's one at every entrance.
Okay.
Yes, but is there one where he is?
Nope.
Where he's docked?
Give me a second
Okay.
here. Hang on. Baron, we were attacked by pirates on the way here. Badger forgot to mention that might be a possibility.
Oh yeah,
I
by
would
the
kinda
way, I
like to
have
get
one of them
paid
for
now.
you.
Excuse me?
The
We
Baron
have
is
pirates
absolutely shocked. Pirates? Goodness me.
Well, actually, before she expired and took her own cyanide pill, we found out
Oh, that
it
one.
was the Blue Suns.
The Blue Suns? The wedding
Yep.
planner, you say?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm very sorry about that. Asante is
So
Santa Koro was ended up being in league with them.
as I was saying, I feel like we deserve to get at least paid now, if not paid extra.
The Baron's like, well, you knew the risks when you took on the mission. A deal's a deal. You'll be paid.
Yeah,
when you go.
a deal's a deal.
Yeah, that was the deal. Well, the deal was we'd deliver her and get paid.
Not fight off the Blue Sun Corporation
We'll have to
mercenaries.
stick around and wait for the wedding.
He's like, I can't help it if Badger didn't pass on the full details. You'll have
No,
to take
you-
this up with Badger.
Neither
Baron,
can we?
Baron, you are absolutely right. That is his problem, and we will take that up with him. I thank you for your hospitality, and I hope to see you at the wedding.
Excellent.
I don't like this.
Okay, as we walk out, I want to do a notice check to see if I see anything that indicates where they're keeping, like small details like food, extra food being walked around, specific security at what looks like a broom closet,
I want
things
to know
like
what,
that, to figure out where they're keeping the boyfriend.
I want to know what kind of weapons he has in the library. Was it?
They are 3 of Templeton's latest
the head
patents.
Oh,
Mhm.
interesting.
Mm. So I would like to do a notice roll, if you don't mind.
What would you like to notice?
I'm trying to notice if there's anything I can figure out where they're keeping the boyfriend, like where there's security where it really shouldn't be.
That's fairly easy. There was, as you walked onto the ship, you passed where the guest quarters would be.
Mhm.
One of the doors had a couple of guards posted outside.
Okay, so that's where they're keeping him. Gotcha. That's all I needed to know.
At least that's our best guess so far.
Yep.
Where they're keeping.
Educated guess, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Hey, can we like?
Okay, so I assume we leave the Star Voyager,
Yeah.
unless anybody wants to do something while we're walking out.
Nope.
There is one
No.
more thing I just need to
Okay.
double check.
The airlock blows. You'll get sucked out into space. See you next week.
No, there's somebody you need to meet. I just need to check exactly where you need to meet her.
Okay.
Actually, I think
'Cause-
Laura said something earlier that was interesting. We were talking about the Star Wars prequels earlier, and the idea of a decoy was bandied about.
Yeah. The problem is, how do we get the decoy out?
We should find out if there is one at least.
Mm-hmm. She is a celebrity, and
Oh, I know. I like where we're going with this.
Yes, that's where she is. So, yeah, as you're escorted back away from the library, you pass the pool, which is on board the yacht, because it's that kind of yacht. It has its
Of
own
course
pool.
it is.
And
I want one.
you didn't really notice her on the way in, but as you're leaving, you realise there's a lady sunning herself there. She bears an uncanny resemblance to Liliana.
Oh, hey! What are the odds?
So, yeah.
Actually,
At this point, Nia goes, "Hey,
Zaps walks
Go
up
ahead.
to her and is like, "Wait, you were supposed to stay on the ship."
dude, decoy."
So much by flow.
No, Nia's like, seriously, it's a thing.
What? What do you mean? I mean, does she respond to me when I do that? Actually,
She's taken aback and is gathering up her things to leave. But then she notices Wu and pauses for a moment.
Oh
And
wait,
she gestures
what?
to Wu to come closer.
Wu's kind of, yeah, we just comes close and is like, Zaps, I'll tell you how to attract. Never mind, I don't know what's going to go with that, sorry.
so I'm assuming at this point, yeah, Nia whispers in my ear, "Decoy," and it's like, then why does she recognize Wu?
That I don't know.
And she whispers in your ear, Wu, that she can help you, but she can't talk here. There's too many people. She will meet you tomorrow morning.
Yeah, okay, so I presume that none of the others can.
Yes,
Yeah,
technically
this,
we don't
yeah.
know this.
Yeah.
Alright.
And for Funzy's there, that is specifically because if you're playing as the crew, she recognises Inara. Who, of course, Valk has no
Inara.
idea who Inara is.
No. And I'm trying to figure out how she knows Wu, but I'm assuming that was on a drunk bender that Wu doesn't remember
We'll find
anymore.
out.
You gotta remember that Wu does know a lot of people. Maybe not all
that
the
is-
right people, but
Fair point, actually.
you'd be surprised how many people Wu knows. Just
Okay,
No. You'd be surprised how many people know Wu. Wu
Yeah,
remembers
that's
only
probably a better
1/10 of
description.
them.
And so that's everything that you need to have noticed and seen on board the ship at the moment.
Okay, as we leave the Star Voyager and we go back into the hallway, I am going to kill Badger.
Well,
Get
you
in
better be more
line.
prepared than that if you're going to kill Badger.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to the idea.
Fucking little shit.
So when we go back to the ship, I'll pay special attention to the security coming out from his ship, the Baron's ship, towards the Grand Lobby.
Good
Yeah,
point.
so the security is the same as from yours. Obviously, he's got his own bodyguards posted at the entrance of the ship, but then you've got Rimsdream security manning their own security checkpoints.
So actually, Isaac is going to hang out sort of surreptitiously near the security checkpoint for a bit and just sort of see how they do things.
And Nia, as we're walking out, is making special note of how the help are dressed, who is staffing them, all the kind of inner workings of the ship you don't think about normally.
Yeah.
Oh, can I go back to the ship and call Badger?
Yes. You are also true to his word. You're met by a representative from Rimstream, and they give you keys to suites, one for each of you. Obviously, nothing for Seth and Liana.
I forgot to ask the Baron something.
Yeah.
What were you going to ask him?
I should have asked him if he minded if Steel came by to see Liliana.
We did forget that.
And actually, I'm.
Oh, we.
forget
You know
it.
what?
Actually, it doesn't matter.
You know what? I don't like Steel.
Yeah.
F that guy.
I was going to say, if the Baron says yes, are you really going to let Steel on board anyway?
Oh,
Nope.
I'm not.
like fine. I'll.
F that guy.
Yeah, no. F that guy. Also, if this plan is going where I think it's going, I probably don't want that to be remembered.
Yeah. So you wanted to quickly call Badger.
Yeah, I want to call Badger. Does he pick up?
He does, yes. And he's like, Zabs, good to hear
Double
from you."
crossing son of a bitch.
He's like, you made it to the Rim's Dream then.
Yes.
Excellent.
We had a deal.
He's like, yeah.
I deliver Liliana. I get paid.
He's like,
What's this about being protection?
There
And
were
keeping me on my
pirates.
ship for 2 days. I have other work to do.
he's like, relax, just enjoy 2 free days on board a luxury cruise liner. A little break, a little holiday will do you good, Zaps.
Badger, this is gonna haunt you. And I hang up.
I think he already said he'd owe you a favour anyway, so...
Oh, fuck that guy. Yeah, he owes me a favor, but that's that. How much is that worth?
Well, from Badger in the right situation, a lot.
Could
but
be worth something, yeah.
in
now
the
he
right
owes a-
situation.
If
Now
you
he owes a bit more.
reflect on it.
I mean, to be fair, Badger did get you to agree to this by threatening to give Reynolds the job instead.
Yeah, fair, but this was not this was not the deal I signed on for. And Zaps is very particular about that.
I am
Like-
altering
Pray
the
he doesn't
deal.
alter it further.
It's like he's fine with making a deal. A deal's a deal. Once you start altering the deal afterwards, that's when Zaps gets.
Sounds like we should
problems.
alter our end of the deal and get paid for extra.
That's what I'm thinking about as well. I'm like, this is not what I signed up for, so F that, actually. I have no
Okay.
quorums with breaking this deal anymore.
No qualms. Let's do it.
I was like, because I knew where you guys were kind of headed, and I knew you were all still kind of not quite sure which way you were going to lean. I was like, as I was checking through, it's like, oh yeah, they're probably going to side with Liliana once they know this. It's like, I just
Fair.
need to get you to Rim's Dream, and then you'll be like, yeah, F those guys.
I like to think Isaac was turning beforehand, but now he's got some good reasons.
Yeah, well, we've run over a little bit, but that was
Oh, right, yeah.
that was
Sorry,
fun,
I
so-
keep forgetting it's only 2 hours.
that's fine. I usually say roughly 2 hours because I know obviously it starts to get late for you.
Fair.
So
We might need to start earlier. Because we always run over.
I mean,
Well, that's fine.
it's
with
not
me.
it's not that late, actually, for me. Oh, on the other hand, no.
but yeah, so
It's like 11:30.
we'll do this again in 2 weeks.
Yeah!
Everybody's available.
2 weeks is...
Making a note.
27? I
Yep.
don't think I have anything on the 27th. Let me check. 1
I
sec.
have work that day, but I'll be well home by like 5 o'clock, so that's fine.
Hopefully, I should have access to a computer. If not, I will probably Twitter you. And we could just say that Wu was just in the casino all day, or something. If we don't.
Oh well, you've got a
Next meeting.
rendezvous. You've got to meet this.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you know probably by Tuesday what my situation is.
Oh, hey,
If I
my
have
phone
it.
is trying to remind me there's Firefly.
Uh-huh.
Really?
There's also
All right.
a fun subplot for you if you do go to the casino. So
Okay.
Oh, please go to the casino. I want to hear this.
Okay.
but yeah, I'm having fun with these where it is kind of like if somebody is playing Inara or if somebody is playing Jane, it's like fair enough. We can transpose some of these over for other people. It works.
You know.
I'm not as stupid as Jane, though.
Yeah.
I'm the Jane analog. I'm just not as dumb.
Yeah.
I think I'm closer to being the Jane analog, to be fair.
Well, we can fight about it.
I'd probably win.
Actually, why don't you? I'll take bets on it.
I do like Nia's sensibility adding to the group because I think we needed that.
A lot.
Yes. And I do like that we're going with the crazy plan on this one as well.
Isaac just likes that someone else has been bashing Zaps around.
Yeah. That's why when Laura said she wanted to play, I was really happy because I was like, she might actually be the sensible one on this crew.
I am the Zoe analog if you haven't figured this
I am-
out yet.
I am sensible.
Yes, you are.
I am sensible, goddammit. I just have a romantic streak.
And the thing is, I think I could downplay Isaac's dollar signs to not go along with this plan, but I just, for the sake of
You're
entertainment
Zaps. I'm
and
Isaac. You're Zaps.
for fuck's sake, yeah. And downplaying, I could have downplayed Zaps's money eyes, but I kind of think this is going to make for a more interesting story, so I want to go with it anyway.
Oh hell yeah!
Nia's just along for the ride at this point, but if you fuck over Templeton Cold Steel or Badger, she's just going to find that interesting for the very sake of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think we can do this without. I mean, I'm going to screw over Badger. I'm just going to make it look like it wasn't me.
Well, I mean that's the great thing, and this could be one of the callbacks we use later on in another adventure. Of you get a chance to screw with Badger.
I
Or if Badger has another mission for you, you can negotiate favourable deals and stuff like that.
Oh, how quick was that callback? It wasn't even actually a callback technically, but
that was great.
The
I love
checking
it.
it in that everything was okay surreptitiously.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like
I enjoyed that so much.
yeah, that was a nice one. It took me a second to pick it up. It's like, oh,
Yeah, it did.
I know how to respond to that.
I got it
do you mean?
instantaneously for some reason.
What do you mean? Who doing the guess? Oh,
Eliza doing the guest list.
Right,
yeah.
we need to finish up.
Wait, Elias doing the guest? I thought it was Woo doing the guest list.
No, it
No,
was
no.
me.
Oh,
I was referring to the guest list that Eliza organised. The guests list being the Alliance soldiers.
for some reason I heard Woo and I assumed the bounty hunter letting in.
No,
It's like that
well,
worked as well.
same difference.
Yeah.
I have trouble with names apparently.
Yeah, I'm going
Including your
going
own.
for fortnightly on this. I know we were sort of hitting weekly, but my aim at the moment is to, because it was quite fun last time, next weekend I will be doing another Life Etc. And then my fourth free Saturday will probably be kept as a free one, so I get some weekends to do stuff.
Makes sense.
So if you guys are okay with fortnightly, then that's what I'd like to keep these at the moment.
Yeah,
I am completely fine with that.
You're
we can
the
avoid
boss,
missing
man.
them. That'd be good.
I mean,
But yeah, this was great fun, and I'm looking forward to what happens next. Now that you've got a bit more information on your plan.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna hang on. What we should do is start up like a Slack or something, because then we can get group planning going on.
Oh,
That's probably
We
a good
could.
idea.
we could do that.
yeah.
I mean, this is always available for chat. Should be persistent between sessions. I'm not
Yeah,
It
but
is.
it's
but Slack is probably easier. So
Oh, and we could do it on here. Yeah, that works. Actually, we could
yeah,
do
we
it
actually
Roll20
just
and do
pop
it.
in, drop a message, and pop out again. Stuff like that.
Yeah, because I'd have PTSD since Slack is like my life at work.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, that's fine.
Then we're gonna just use this and use it as a forum style, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that actually? I guess that works quite well actually for this
Question.
right now.
Can you whisper to multiple people?
Ah, we're trying.
but yes, so
Let's actually try that. Whisper.
Well, should we finish up the stream and sort this out?
Yeah.
no, looks like you can only whisper one person, but you could probably paste it to multiples. So
No, if you...
Nope, it does not work.
Okay. Well, we'll figure out something.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
that'd
yeah,
be
we can do it Slack. It's
thank you to everybody for watching, and yeah, so we'll be back same time in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
That was fun.